stars don't make you free, then you are free indeed. I've seen a lot of hopes, heard a lot of lies, but when I read the word, there's no compromise. So I'ma be honest, I'ma be honest, I'ma be honest with you, yeah. I'ma be honest, I'ma be honest with you, yeah. I've seen a lot of hopes, heard a lot of lies, but I'ma be honest, I'ma be.
I can be totally honest. If we talking about wine, you know we the finest. We made in the image of God. So choose your words wisely when trying to describe us. I know when they find us, we so weak at heart, but we gotta ask, where does it start? Honestly, we used to have a bond with the Most High God. To the sin we was in, just two of the part. Now we doing our part to bring it back now. And I pray the Lord forgive us for our background. Honestly, the honesty is the best situation that we can be in when the Lord is coming back down. Lord is coming back now. And I know we all want it to end, but keeping these commandments is where it begins. I ain't sugarcoating this for none of my friends, and as a friend, you should understand what it takes for me to be a better man in this truth, to stand in the booth and tell you the truth, even when you're wrong, even when you're right. It doesn't matter what I'm telling you or say your life, whether you take it or leave it, that is up to you. But you can't tell me that I didn't tell the truth. So whenever he returns, what is your excuse? He already know, you might as well just tell the truth.
I remember reading that the truth will set you free, and if the stars don't make you free, then you are free indeed. I've seen a lot of hopes, heard a lot of lies, but when I read the word, there's no compromise. So I'ma be honest, I'ma be honest, I'ma be honest with you, yeah. I'ma be honest, I'ma be honest with you, yeah. I've seen a lot of hopes, heard a lot of lies, but I'ma be honest, I'ma be honest, yeah. I'ma be honest.
No turning back, I'm stuck on truth, I'm holding to it like Elmer's glue. It's you and me, it's me and you against the world, how can we lose? What do we wanna do, what do we wanna do, yeah. Well, but the Father told us to, yeah. Put them on the jet light, we're the ones in the spotlight. Be like, yeah, I'm right, you just say you don't want it with the sunlight. Real Jews in the cut light, blacker than the Klondike. Who that is, that's us. Gonna be here like every night. We gon' rule the world. We gon' rule the world. Gonna be here like every night. We gon' rule the world. We gon' rule the world.
I remember reading that the truth will set you free, and if the stars don't make you free, then you are free indeed. I've seen a lot of hopes, heard a lot of lies, but when I read the word, there's no compromise. So I'ma be honest, I'ma be honest.
Check, check. Let's rise and face Jerusalem.
Men of Israel, blow trumpet. Trumpets down.
Holy Father, we come before thee, Lord, not because we righteous above all, but because you've given us the tone of grace, having mercy upon us. Deal with us with compassion. Bless us, Lord. Continue to be with us wherever we go, whatever the leadership is taking this vision, that we back him up 100%, because this is your son vision. This is Christ's vision that we must establish on this earth. Look out for us, protect us. Do not let our enemy have power over us. In the name of your Son, Jesus the Christ, our Father, which is in heaven, honor be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. As it is in heaven, let it be on earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our sin. Forgive other sins against us. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from all evil. We also pray for our leadership. You may strengthen them. The word that brother Bishop about to bring out, there may be good medicine for us. Each one of us need these words to be built up, to be strong men, strong sisters in this truth. In the name of your Son, Jesus the Christ, let the whole congregation say hallelujah. 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 We also pray for those that are sick, Father. Heal them quickly and speedily. Sister Amina, Father, heal the sister quickly and speedily. Then the other brothers and sisters that call upon you at this minute, at this hour, at this second, Send your healing power to heal the brothers and sisters quickly and speedily by building that gonna build their faith. In the name of your Son, Jesus the Christ. Amen.
Men of Israel, sons of God, patient saints, sons of God, hand salute. Salute down, face sisters. To the honorable daughters of Sarah, we say shalom.
Well, all praise to the Lord. So, I don't know if y'all ever been in that thing called Clubhouse. What the hell is wrong with this chair? These guys kept me up to daggone 4 in the morning on that foolishness. That's a good platform, but I ain't doing it. If y'all ain't around, I ain't getting on it. But all praise. If y'all around, then I get on it. But today is the first day of the first month according to Esau. We know we don't think this is New Year's Day. I did want to cover that real brief. Give me Deuteronomy 8. Elisha, can you look up the word Abib for me on Google or wherever you can find it? Who's reading for me?
Oscar Light.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you. Deuteronomy chapter 16 and verse 1. Because some people really think that today is the beginning of the new year. Now, in Esau's world, we do. It is, but according to the Most High God, it is not. I remember I was just doing a radio show. The brother said, so on your paperwork, when you write a check, you're going to put 2020? I said, no, you simple Simon. Read that.
Yes, sir. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God. For in the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
All right, let's look up the word Abib. Can you put on the screen the meaning? The definition is what I want. That is not the definition. That is not the definition. All right. Let's look at it.
Abib. You ready, Bishop?
Yeah, go ahead.
Abib, the first month of the ancient Hebrew calendar corresponding to Nisan.
Right. Nisan is what the Babylonians called Abib. Can you raise it up? Is there any more under that? Is that go back down, let me see something. Okay, history and etymology for Abib. You see it says literally ear of grain. That's when the grain, corn, and things like that started to come forth. All right. So these things come forth in the spring season. All right. Now, do you have the Bible definition for us, Elisha? Can you look that up? I just want to see what it says. If it says anything a little different. Let's see. Can you read that for us?
Yes, sir. Abib, an ear of corn, the month of newly ripened grain. Exodus 13 and 4, 23 and 15. The first of the Jewish ecclesiastical year and the 7th of the civil year. It began about the time of the vernal equinox on the 21st of March.
That's spring. The vernal equinox is the spring season, which begins around the 21st of March, sometime after that. It's the last week in March. Go ahead.
It was called Nisan after the captivity, Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 1. On the 15th day of the month, harvest was begun by gathering a sheaf of barley, which was offered unto the Lord on the 16th.
All right, so Abib means ear of corn. Let's go to Exodus 12, please. Exodus chapter 12, and let's read verse 1 and 2.
Yes, sir. Exodus chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
You see that? It shall be the first month of the year to you. Go ahead.
Speak ye unto all the...
that was it?
Yes, sir, that was it.
Okay, the first month of the year to you is what we wanted. So the first month of the year is Abib. Okay, jump down to verse 11 so we can see what holiday we keep in the first month.
Yes, sir. Exodus chapter 12, verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
It is the Lord's Passover. So in the month of Abib, which is the first month of the year, according to God, in the spring begins, the first holiday we keep there is Passover. All right. Hey, give me the, what is in the name, months of the year. So today is so-called January 1st. All right. Can you read that for us? Put it on the screen.
Yes, sir. What's in the name, months of the year? We mark time in many different ways. One unit, the month, has been in use for thousands of years. We use their names all the time. But what do the months' names mean? And where do they come from? Take a closer look.
Let's go down. Go all the way down. Did you pass it? Right there, that first paragraph, that second paragraph, January.
Yes, sir. January is named after the Roman god Janus. As you can see in this print, he had two faces, so he could see the future and the past. He was also the god of doors.
See that? So January is named after the Roman god Janus. So anytime you say January, you are saying Janus. And you know what's funny about that? This is a message. Hey, this is a special announcement to the black Hebrew Israelites out there. Watch this. Give me Exodus 23:13. Look at this. You know how they like to say, you can't say Jesus. Don't say Jesus. That ain't his name. Say Elohim, say Yahweh, say Yahushai, say Yehoshua. But you can't say Jesus. But you say January. Read that.
Exodus chapter 23 and verse 13. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the names of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth.
So they try to use that. Some, not all of them. I'll tell you, all of them ain't the devil. There's a large portion of it. But all of them ain't the devil. But they try to use that to go, see, you're not supposed to say Jesus, because that ain't his name. So look, now to see the understanding of what that's talking about, look at Joshua 23, verse 7.
Sure.
Here's a precept for that.
The book of Joshua, chapter 23 and verse 7. That ye come not among these nations, these that remain amongst you, neither make mention of the name of their gods, nor cause to swear by them, neither serve them, nor bow yourselves unto them.
That's what Exodus 23 is talking about. Swearing by their names, bowing to them, worshiping them. That's what it's talking about. So back to January. It comes from the Roman god Janus. Let's go back to that. Go back to that. Now let's get the next month. Raise it up. Right there.
February is named after an ancient Roman festival of purification called February.
Now, February, that was a festival of orgies. That's what it really was going into. Orgies. That's what they was doing. This festival of purification. It was sex going on there. Okay, raise it up. Right there.
March is named after Mars, the Roman god of war.
You see that? So March is named after a god. Okay, so far these things, the names of the months are ancient gods. Raise it up. Go ahead.
April takes its name from the Latin word apere, meaning to open, just like flowers do in spring.
That's why the new year, according to God, was always in the spring. That's why they have that holiday called April Fool's Day. Because in the ancient times, our people that did not want to convert to celebrating January 1st, they kept celebrating April. They made a day, said these are April Fools, because they don't want to change their thinking to January 1st. All right, that's where that came from. Raise it. Go ahead.
May is named after the Greek goddess Maya.
Right, so May is named after another goddess, Maya. Okay, raise it.
June is named after the Roman goddess Juno.
See that? June is named after the Roman goddess Juno, the god of marriage and childbirth. She was the wife of Jupiter, king of the gods. That's her right there, allegedly. Raise it up. Okay, go ahead.
July and August were named after two major figures of the ancient Roman world. The statesman Julius Caesar, on the left above, slightly damaged, and Rome's first emperor, Augustus.
So July was named after Julius Caesar. August was named after Augustus Caesar. Raise it up. Go ahead, read that.
But what about the rest? September, October, November, and December are named after Roman numbers, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Go ahead.
They were originally the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th months of the Roman year.
So now I want you to look at that. This lets you know that the names of September is Latin for 7. October is Latin for 8th because it was the 8th month. November is Latin for 9th because it was the 9th month. And December is Latin for 10 because December was the 10th month. So they know the name, they leave that there so that they know what months really it is. But our people don't know. Our people be clueless. January 1st, that's the first month of the... No, it's not. So even the scholars know. That's why they left them 4 months just like that, that they always have a record to know for themselves what month and what time it is. It's our people that's always clueless, always lost. Okay? So from there, that was it. That's all I wanted from that. That's all I wanted from that. So according to this system, this is January 1st, and it started off right. It started off with a bang. Give me the clips from Instagram that I sent you. Right, this was yesterday. Can you play that? Sound?
Shit, this guy is not paying attention, man.
Wait, go back. You just missed the whole scene there. Refresh it, yeah.
Oh, shit.
You know why they
This
crashed?
guy
Look
is
up
not
in the
paying
sky.
attention, man.
Damn!
Damn. Thank God. Look at that, oh. See, keep videoing.
Can you please pay attention sa bilis
I'm
niya,
not
no?
paying attention. I'm paying attention. The guy, ano?
Fuck, ang mag-video ka lang.
Puta, walang tamay lang. Wala tamay ko ba? Wow, what is that?
Can you drive
I am.
safely?
Give him the next one. So it's all righty then. What's going on now? Esau's New Year. Here we go. Y'all see that light going up? See that light on the right side? The chariot is right there. You know what that chariot is saying? Lord, you want me to blast them now? No, not yet. Just hold on. Hold on. Y'all see that chariot stop right there on the right side? It ain't moving. Right there. Now it's moving. See it? Wow. So now people were all excited. Said, "What the hell is that? Give me that." We went over this a couple of weeks ago. Zechariah 5. We're going to read 1 through 4.
Yes, sir.
You're going to start off Esau's New Year with the chariots. Zechariah 5, 1 through 4, please.
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
So this flying roll, as we're going to read, is what America and the European nations call UFOs. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Read.
Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
So are people shocked? You got people saying, I want to get on. No, the Bible says this is the curse. That's a curse is not a good thing. A curse is not a good thing. Read that part again.
Yes, sir. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Read.
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side, according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side, according to it.
So Zechariah looks up at the chariot. He can read what it says beneath it. It's what did it say, that part again, the first one?
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side.
So meaning this is a curse for thieves. And it's not talking about Raheem that stole sneakers or Tic Tac. It's talking about major thieves that steal countries and continents. Mm-hmm. Then it says, and on the other side, he could read where it says, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Here in America, they make you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. So Zechariah is reading the curses written underneath the chariot. Go ahead.
Verse 4, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
And the curse shall enter. See, the one we just saw was Australia. When you read into the history on Australia, they stole Australia. Esau decimated the blacks out there. What do they call them?
Tasmania.
Tasmania. Aborigines of Australia. They're like a mix of Indian and so-called African, well, Shemites. Elam and Shemitic. Elam is Shemitic. East Indian and black mix. There's a heavy mix in there. That's why they got them strange looks and features. So when you read the history, they killed hundreds and thousands of them. Read.
Verse 4, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
The first one we saw was over here in America that went to car crash. Said, okay, now them chariots is here too. Go ahead.
And into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
In the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. Go ahead.
And it shall remain.
Hey, wait, let me see that right there, that right there. Let's take it just popped in my mind. Into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. When you go to court, did they make you swear in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? No! So what is it talking about? His name, give me that in Revelation 19:10, I believe it is.
Yes, sir.
His name. For you bug outs out there, read that.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 13.
Thank you.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of God.
And his name is called the Word of God. His name is called the Word of God. So in Zechariah, when it says, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, they make us swear. People swear falsely on the Bible, on the Word of God. That's what it's talking about. It's not talking about a Hebrew pronunciation. So just stop it. Anyway, read on. What verse you at?
Verse 4, you read again?
Yeah, read it again.
Zechariah 5, verse 4. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
You see that part right there? It shall remain in the midst of his house. These chariots ain't going nowhere. We might not see them today, but they're always here, the Lord is saying. And then it's going to tell you what they're going to do. It said, and shall consume. The word consume there means destroy. And shall destroy it with the timber. Timber is wood. Destroy it with the wood thereof and the stones thereof. In case you didn't know, buildings are made of wood and stone. Buildings are made of wood and stone. Societies are built up of wood and stone. The Bible has prophesied these chariots, what the world calls UFOs, is here for a curse to destruction. That's what the Bible says. That's what the Word of God says. Now that we went through all that, now I'm getting to my topic. Today's topic is one of my favorite topics. My spouse ain't right. Now, I left it like that for a reason, because you know, if you say my wife ain't right, they get offended. If I could have said my husband ain't right, but because the brothers wouldn't mind. So I said, let me make it generic. my spouse ain't right. And this is a shout out to all the many backdoor marriages out there in Israel. If you's a backdoor marriage, this is for you. So we try to help brothers and sisters. We try to counsel brothers and sisters. Let's read Hebrews 13:4. Let's just open up with that.
Yes, sir. The book of Hebrews, chapter.
And today is going to be a lesson of healing. You're going to be healed if you're all right. But if you're crazy, I can't help you. Come on.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Marriage is honorable in all. Go ahead.
And the bed undefiled.
And the bed is, I'm going to come back to that part right there a little later on in the lesson. The bed undefiled. Go ahead.
But whoremongers. And adulterers, God will judge.
Let me give you, there's two expressions in the world. You get what you pay for, and you get what you deserve. You get what you pay for, and you get what you deserve. That's some heavy stuff right there. What do you mean by that? This is what I mean. Hey, he said here, listen, in case your brothers didn't know, I know you single brothers, a woman is a bill. A woman is a bill. So you get what you pay for. Right. Your wife look like Harriet Tubman, you get what you pay for. And another part, remember, never forget this, you get what you deserve. That part right there, you get what you get because that's what you deserve. Here's the proof, Sirach 13:14. Here's the proof, the evidence. My spouse ain't right. This is for my spouse ain't right. Watch this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 14. Love the Lord all thy life and call upon him for thy salvation.
This is what everybody says. I love the Lord. I'm going to call on the Lord for my salvation. Go ahead.
Every beast loveth his like.
Every beast loveth his like.
And every man loveth his neighbor.
And every man loveth his neighbor. God.
All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like.
All flesh, sisters, brothers, all flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. You get what you deserve. So guess what? A revolutionary man looks for and needs a revolutionary woman. A godly man is going to get a godly woman. A high-value man will get a high-value woman. An average man will go and get an average woman. A broken bum brother going to get a ratchet hoe. I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. If you a bum broke brother, you're going to get that ratchet hoe. That's what you deserve. That's what you paid for. You know what? Watch this. Look at Sirach 26:23. Sirach 26, verse 23.
Sirach chapter 26, verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Again, this is a shout out to all you backdoor marriages out there, because y'all be the first ones mad, always want to go to counsel. Why? Because you did some sneaky, sleazy thing in the congregation. Now you got hit. Now brother is mad, the sister's mad. They don't like each other. They don't get along. Why? Because you was doing some sneaky behind the scenes, the same things you did in the world. You came in this truth in the congregation and did the same thing. Read it again.
Yes, sir. Sirach chapter 26, verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Y'all thought I was being funny when I said a ratchet hoe gonna get with a bum broke brother. They deserve each other. They was made for one another. That's what they deserve. You get what you pay for. Go ahead.
But a godly woman
what?
Is given to him that feareth the Lord.
You see that? Everybody wants that. But nobody want to go about it the way God says go about doing that thing. And listen, now, whatever level you're at, whether you are a revolutionary man or woman, because guess what? There are some sisters who are more revolutionary minded than brothers. And we have seen, because this revolutionary woman, like, oh, and I get that from Sister Asada Shakur. Shout out to Sister Asada Shakur in Cuba. You'll get to sister who's been in the truth. She want her nation raised up. She loves her people, but she's so desperate. She's so desperate for any old kind of dang-a-lang Dang-a-lang, dang-a-lang. She gonna run get this dude over here, and he gonna suck the spirit out of her. Now she ain't, that mindset she once had is gone. Gone with the wind. Now, whatever level you're at, listen to what I'm about to say. You can always upgrade. And when I say upgrade, I'm not talking about the other person. I'm talking about you. So this is for you bum broke brothers. If you're a bum broke brother, you can upgrade. Sister, if you're a ratchet hoe, if you a skis, you can upgrade yourself. How? The question is, but how? The first thing you got to do after you repent is apply 2 Corinthians 13:5, please. It's the first thing. We'll give you the steps. How to upgrade. Upgrade is another way for how do I change? How do I improve myself? This goes for brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates.
So the first thing when you trying to upgrade, improving yourself, is examination. You got to take a deep breath. Get a pen and paper. Sit down and write down your strengths and your weaknesses. This is self-examination. What you really want to do is you want to identify your flaws, your personality traits. That's not right because you know you couldn't keep a man and he couldn't keep a woman. What's wrong with you? Now you got to sit down and go, why, Lord? What's wrong with me? And if you don't know, and if you're still in contact with the person that previously dumped you, ask he or she, why'd you dump me? What was wrong with me? Because believe it or not, some people can't self-examine themselves. The better people can sit down and go, better-minded people can sit down and go, I know my flaws. I'm like this, I'm like that, and I get it from this place and that place. This is what happened to me. This is why I'm like that. Other brothers and other sisters be like, I don't know what's wrong with me. They are in denial. And denial is not a river in Africa, okay? You will just deny everything, okay? So the first thing you got to do is examine yourself. Okay, then what's the next step? The next step, Romans 12:1. Watch this.
Book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1.
Now, again, we're going to go through this class. Some people listening, I keep hitting this damn button. Some people listening and some they're going to crumble us up and throw it in the garbage. I ain't listening to nothing he say. All right, you're going to get what you deserve. Read that.
Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies.
That you present your bodies,
a living sacrifice.
A living sacrifice.
Holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Now I want to pause there. That you present your body a living sacrifice to who? To God. Everybody knows, everybody quotes that, I present my body a living sacrifice to God. Let's examine God's sacrifices, though. You think God wants your body? Okay. Let's look at, I'm going to give you an analogy of what God wants. Get Malachi chapter 1, verse 8. This is a real sacrifice. I'm just going to give an example for what God wanted in the sacrifice in the literal sense. Then I'm going to bring it to the spiritual sense. Watch this.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 8. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice.
Now, you want to sacrifice a ram to God. Will you give him a blind sacrifice? The sheep ain't got no eyes. Israel was trying to give that to the Lord. Read it again.
Yes, sir. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil?
Is it not evil? That's evil, the Lord says. You're going to sacrifice to the God of gods a blind lamb. Go ahead.
And if ye offer the lame and sick.
And wait a minute. Some of our people was offering lame, sick lambs. They can say, I don't want to give him the good lamb. Give God that sick one. Give him that one over there. It's sick and lame. Go ahead.
Is it not evil?
Isn't that evil? Go ahead.
Offer it now unto thy governor.
He said, why don't you offer it now to your governor? During the time, one of the governors, for example, was like Nehemiah. Offer it to him. See if he'll accept a sick lamb, a blind lamb. Go ahead. Was that it?
No, sir. Offer it now unto thy governor, will he be pleased with it?
Will he be
With thee?
pleased with it? Go ahead.
Or accept thy person?
Or will he accept your person? You offered him a blind sacrifice, a sick, infected animal. Was that it?
No, sir. Saith the Lord of hosts. That was it, Bishop.
Okay, so now I want you to think about it. The Lord wants the best sacrifice. He don't want no blind sacrifice. He don't want no sick sacrifice. He don't want no lame sacrifice. What? Let's go now. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Give me 1 Corinthians 7:4. I think that's what I wrote down.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 4.
Now this is for you that want to get married. You say, Lord, take my body. Lord, I'm your sacrifice. Now you want to get, Lord, bless me with a spouse. Watch this.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 4. The wife have not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise, also the husband have not power of his own body, but the wife.
So your bodies belong to your spouse. Okay, now I want you to think. The first thing you got to do is offer your body a living sacrifice to the Lord, meaning you are given to the Lord. Now you want to get married. Okay, and now I want you to this goes back to self-examination. This is for you brothers and sisters with 5 stomachs. Just think about it. Sisters that want to, rather than take care of her skin, she want to use fake up. Fake up is witchcraft. Y'all know what fake up is, right? That fake stuff, and they hide all imperfections. How about drink more water? And you know what the sister said? I don't want to do that because it takes too much time to get good skin. I kid thee not. Wouldn't it be more advantageous? How many brothers want a sister where she got all kind of things growing out of her face? How about take care of your skin? If you need to go to a dermatologist, go there. Present your body a living sacrifice. Nobody wants you like that. Take care of yourself. Eat better. Heal your skin. That way when your man see you, he don't jump and run out of the room, talk about who that nigga in there. And you talk about, that's me, babe, that's me. That ain't the same woman I was with last night. I took my fake up off. And he want to fight you now because you ain't the same person. If you had just taken the time when you do your self-examination, and you know self-examination and to get your body in tune, it takes time. It don't take a week. It don't take a month. Sometimes it takes a year or 2 years. Well, guess what? Some sisters have been in this truth 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm just talking about them. I'm just talking about them for this moment. Well, in that time, sister, you could have been drinking more water. Stop drinking the Coca-Cola. Stop drinking the Pepsi. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid and the lemonade. Drink some daggone water. Flush out your system. That way your skin starts to clear up. Be like, hey, them bumps is leaving me. Hey, what's them things that be sticking out people's faces? No, I got one on my nose, not that. It's skin tags. Is it skin moles? Come on. You know, there's 2 videos on YouTube. You get a string, you tie it around that thing when you go to bed, and when you wake up, that thing boom, off your face. There's think you can fix your face. You can fix it. Now I know brothers like to say, I don't want to be carnal. Sisters, brothers are carnal. They look at the face first. Face number 1. Am I right, brothers? Then they look downtown. Let me see what she's working with there. Is she shaped like the number 8 or a 0? I'm telling you, that's what men are. Call us vain. Is the word vain? Is that what they call us? That's the first thing in men's. Doesn't the Bible say a man, find me that. A man loves nothing more.
Yes, sir.
Than the beauty of a woman. I'm telling you. Says, oh, you so carnal. I'm giving you Bible. Oh, yeah, we're going to see that thing. Read that thing.
Yes, sir. Sirach chapter 36, verse 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better.
You see that, sisters? The beauty of a woman, he feel good in the morning. I feel good. He be like, yeah, that's my wife right there. That's my wife. Hey, bro, hey, meet my wife. You don't want to be that sister when he want to walk way ahead of you. And the brothers, yo, where your wife? And she right there. Right there. Because the hell is this? Hey, show me the video on fake up. Show me fake up. It ain't, yeah. Let's look at fake up. What the hell? Y'all crazy. The phone is ringing and she's doing something. She putting makeup on.
Hey, what's good? What took you so long to answer though?
I didn't hear my phone ring.
Alright, man.
You gotta move the move that bar at the bottom.
If we put these roaches together, we can make a blunt. Oh, alright, man. Fuck with me.
Yeah, she put her face on at the bottom. You see the bottom right? Wait a minute, is that a man? What the hell is wrong with y'all? Anyway, get that thing off the screen. So now, go back to Romans 12. Go back to Romans 12.
Yes, sir.
So, see, and I'm going to tell you something. This truth is about change. If you come, listen, you come in this truth, a nooka. Nooka, can I say that word? It's nice. I'm not saying the GG. Nooka. N-U-K-A, nooka. And you, a year later, you still a nooka. This truth has not profited you at all. You're supposed to have changed your ways. Sister come in, here we go on one high holy, this back in New York. High holy they come. You know, brothers, when they meet the sisters, they do the little dance, a little two-step. This sister bends and grabs her ankles and starts jiggling. Everybody, whoa, 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 whoa. Sister ain't changed yet. She had a little spandex on, then she lifted that leg up like that. Everybody was like, she ain't changed, bro. No, you don't want to marry her. That ain't marriage material. She ain't right. Here it is, a high holiday. She making it clap. She lift the leg up straight to the ceiling. You know a pole dancer when you see one. Oh, she used to do the pole. Read that again.
Yes, sir. Verse 1 again?
Yeah, verse 1 again.
Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
So your body becoming a living sacrifice, meaning I'm going to help you out here. Let's take care of our bodies. Let's take care of our bodies. So the foods we used to eat, we don't eat those foods no more. The amounts of foods we used to eat, we don't eat that much no more. Why? Because now your body belongs to God. Let me take care of my temple, because you want that spirit to come in. And you always got these rotunda people in Christianity. They be 300 pounds and over talking about they got the Holy Spirit. No, you got the holy pork chop on you. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. Ain't listening to you. You can't discipline your eating, and you want me to listen to you? Be sitting there belly all up, and they got a plate of food sitting on their belly. Yeah, the Most High's dealing with me. Burp. Get the hell out of here. I ain't listening to that. This guy can't discipline himself. Give me that in Sirach about your body. Sirach, it's 31 or 37. You know, eating. Come on.
Yes, sir.
I want 37, 29 down.
Okay, yes, sir. Sirach chapter 37, verse 29.
Start at 28.
Verse 28.
Start at 27.
Sirach chapter 37, verse 27.
Listen good.
My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it.
See what is evil for you in your life. You learn that through time and examination. Watch.
Verse 28. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything.
Let me give an example in terms of food. You ever get a baby? Well, you got babies. Everybody got little kids. And you'll give them something, and you'll find out they're allergic to that. And you say, no, they can't eat this no more because they break out in hives or something. Or like chocolate. Everybody loves chocolate. Some people can't eat or should not eat chocolate. Some people eat chocolate, they be fine. Others, they start getting all kind of bumps everywhere. Pop, 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 pop. Pimples start growing out their face. You don't need to eat no more chocolate. It's not good for you. You got to know what's good for your body and what's not good. Read it again.
Yes,
from
sir.
28.
Sirach 37, 28. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything.
Go ahead.
Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing.
Don't be greedy, or unsatiable means greedy, in any dainty thing, meaning sweets. Why? Because too much sweets leads to sickness, leads to diabetes, just for example. Go ahead.
Nor too greedy upon meats.
Nor too greedy upon meats. Why? Because that leads to sickness. Being too greedy upon meats leads to things like colon cancer. Go ahead.
For excess of meats bringeth sickness.
So God is telling you, excess of meat, bruh. You ate steak 7 days a week. Give your body a break. Give it time to digest. That's what the Sabbath was all about. Giving your body a temple to rest. Eat greens, let the Sabbath be your day of diet. That's how you should look at that thing. Or fast. How about that? Give your body a break. Read that again, verse 30.
Yes, sir, verse 30. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler.
So surfeiting means excess also. It's another word for excess of anything will turn into choler. Choler is another form of sickness, like diarrhea. Go ahead.
By surfeiting have many perished.
By excess of eating has many perished. So God is teaching us with our bodies as a living sacrifice, if you eat too much, you will die. Go ahead.
But he that taketh heed prolongeth his life.
He said, if you listen to this and obey what I'm written here, you're going to prolong your life. This is why you see people dying at the age of 28. I ain't talking about gunshots. I'm talking about bad diet. But I follow all the dietary laws. So do cows. You know, elephants follow the dietary law. But do you see how much they weigh? So there are such things as fat vegans. When I see fat vegans, I really laugh. That's a cow. They have living their life like a cow and an elephant. They just graze. They don't eat, they graze. I'm grazing. You know that mouth never stopped chewing. Okay? Let's go on back now. Go back to Romans 12.
Yes, sir.
I want to present my body as a living sacrifice to God. The hell is this? God looking at you like, what kind of body? I'm going to bring my spirit in that thing right there? Read that again.
Romans chapter 12 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
Present your bodies a living sacrifice. Remember, the Lord don't want no sick, lame, blind. He said, no, I want your body to be right. Go ahead.
Holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
So that's your reasonable service, to do what God says. That's the literal sense. Give yourself to the Lord and do what his laws command. Go ahead.
Verse 2, and be not conformed to this world.
Here we go right here. Be not conformed to this world,
but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Now, once you present your body, the Apostle Paul says, now I want you to change your way of thinking. Change the way you think. And don't be conformed to this world, because our thoughts, believe it or not, is television. You ever see these? I don't want to say it, but I got to say it. There's a sister named Monique, a comedian. She was one of those comedians that said to be comfortable in your overweight body, your unhealthy overweight body. She says, don't let people body shame you. That's being conformed to this world. And there's another singer, I think her name is Lizzo. Y'all know anybody know what I'm talking about? Lizzo. I am comfortable in my overweight, unhealthy body. Never be comfortable. Remember, this truth is about change. Not conformity, but change. That's why it says, be not conformed to this world. Stop following what the world says. The world says you can eat 7 times a day. Don't do that thing. The world says, eat what you want to eat as much as. No. That's not what God says. That's why it says, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed. The word transform means changed. By the renewing of your mind, your thinking got to change. All our thinking got to change. Sure, I love me some chicken. Jerk chicken, my favorite. But I know I cannot and should not eat that 7 days a week. It's got GMOs, and I've researched. I said, it ain't. There's something wrong in this. Steak the same way. Let's cut down on that. Now I'm reading this. We got to start applying these things, what the Bible says. Read that again, verse 2.
Yes, sir. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, that acceptable and perfect will of God.
You know what that part, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Let's look at those first 4 words. That you may prove. In order for you, if I'm in the world, in order for you to prove to me that this Bible is real, I need to see what in you? Change. transformation. If I knew you as that street brother, that nasty, gnarly nooker, grimy, just skis on the sisters and all that, and now you coming to me with the Bible. If I don't see a substantial change in you, I'm not listening to nothing you say. Likewise with the sisters. If I knew you as the roundaway girl, the ratchet hoe, who all the dude tapped in the buildings, now here you come giving me a flyer. I'm looking at you. And I'm listening to what you say. If I don't see a substantial change in you, your body and your mind, then once I see that change, you know what? There might be something to what he or she is saying. I see a change in him or in her. Y'all see that? Yeah, I see it. She ain't the way she used to be. Him either. But we gonna watch you for a while. You ever see people in your neighborhood? They gonna watch you. Your family is the same way. Family go, no, that's Ray, that's Pookie, and that's Shaniqua over there. Just watch. They don't believe that. They're gonna watch you. Some they're gonna watch you for months, some years. Then one day they're gonna say, they're serious about this thing. I'm gonna join that thing. If God could change that brother and that sister, I'm gonna change too. That's what it means when it says that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Because now you proved it through your life, through your body and your mind. What are you gonna say, Laba? I see you're gonna say something. Okay, so the expression of you have to accept me as I am is one of the reasons there's a lot of single people in here, mainly women, who say you have to accept me as I am. The Bible is about change. The Bible is about change. Hey, give me the video about hair. Give me the video about hair. I'm going to show y'all something. Now, I'm not trying to make fun. I'm not trying to make fun of nobody. But that whole thought of, if he don't accept me as I am, then he ain't for me. Sister, you got it wrong. You got it all wrong. You got to change. How long is that video? Okay, it ain't that long. Put that on the screen and put the disclaimer on it, please. Pay close attention.
Too long ago, we featured the story of Diamond, who was suffering with self-esteem issues due to unexplained facial hair. She was desperate for answers and came to us to get to the root of the problem.
I have a beard. I've tried hair removal creams, waxing, but every day it just keeps coming back. The real me is a freak and I just want to stay home.
I'm Dr. Nita. Would you say that this hair growth has caused you to have depression?
Yes.
Have you ever thought about harming yourself?
I have thought about it. I think about the things that people said every single day, and it plays in my mind, and I just can't get rid of it.
Based on what we found, it looks like you do have PCOS, which stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. So we have a diagnosis, and now we can get to work.
One of the things you mentioned is that you're just so tired of, before you go anywhere, shaving and plucking and all that. So there are solutions for that. And Dr. Sergey Zitar is going to offer you 6 laser hair removal treatments completely free of charge. Since that episode aired, Diamond has received complimentary laser treatments for her facial hair. Today, she's ready to show off her results. And with the help of celebrity hairstylist Kim Kimball, who works regularly with superstars like Beyonce and Shakira, she also has a brand new look to match her new self-confidence. Kim, she gonna wow us?
She's definitely gonna wow you. We gave her some beautiful hair extensions. She added color. She wants to look like Sierra, and I think she looks fabulous.
Well, I know. Are you all excited to see her? I know I am. Here's a reminder of Diamond before, and here is Diamond now. Come on out and join us, Diamond. Wow. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Sierra who? Like Diamond, Sierra who?
Oh man, thank you for having me back, guys. I feel great. I feel wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all I want. So, thank you. So, my point is this. She knew that she needed to change. She wanted to get married and all that. In her mind, something got to be done. But how come when we come in the truth, no, I'm not going to change. Then you sit around single. You've been in the truth 5 years, 8 years, because you don't want to change nothing about yourself. Okay, you're going to wait another 5 years, another 10 years. We all got to change. Every last man, woman, boy, girl in this truth is about changing, okay? Growing, changing our body, changing our spiritual eye, the way we think, the way we talk. Everything must transform. And that's what some of us have not figured out yet.
Because the behavior is people have to take you the way you are. If that's the case, then you understand? No man gonna accept that. Everybody have something to sell, especially when you're dealing with a single sister. You got something to offer. Yeah, I mean, like if you really think the thing you have to offer, guess what? Like Bishop said, some men ain't gonna take you like that. Then especially some of you who have medical issues, when we trying to tell you burn the fat, you'll take offense by that. And you're not seeing us trying to get in your good half. But think about it, for example. The mind have a way of thinking, right? The sisters one sister, I said to the sister, I said, sis, you ready to get a Lord? She said, yes. I said, I think you should burn the fat. That's what I tell her. She told me her answer to her, hey, if the brother ain't going to take me like that. But I said, sis, you just call me. You asked me for counsel. So I'm giving you that counsel. Mm-hmm. What do you need? Oh, no. You know, he got to take me like that. I said, if that's the case, then you're going to be single for a long time. But they don't want you to give them the answer they need. Mm-hmm. Why call us then?
Exactly. So some women say they want that revolutionary man because they love this truth. But guess what, sisters? If you want a revolutionary man in this truth, who's about gathering the 12 tribes of Israel, keeping the commandments, you too must be, that same mindset got to be the same way. And brothers, sisters women in general, they like men with what? Nobody know what I'm talking about now? Power. They like that thing. They say, I want the brother with rank. I want the brother with authority. I don't want the little dude over here that's been in the truth for a year and he's still got a black shirt on. That's what some of them be saying. But guess what? So you got to wait till that brother grows in the spirit. And guess what? You got to carry your own weight, sister. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Proverbs 31. Watch this. Proverbs 31 is a deadly chapter. Deadly. Some sisters break out in hives when they hear you. Just say the word. Proverbs 13. Proverbs 31. Damn. Proverbs 31. Give me verse 23.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 23. Her husband is known in the gates.
See, that's the sister. Sisters want that. Her husband is known in the gate. Everybody know my husband. My husband's this. That's how women are. Women don't like that simp brother in the corner. Don't nobody know him. He's old. Don't nobody know. No, I want that dude over there. Everybody know him. I want him. Read it again.
Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land.
When he sitteth among the elders. She want to say, that's my husband right there. Now watch this. Jump down to verse 31.
Verse 31. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates.
You see the difference with her? She didn't get her accolades just on, that's my husband. She put in work. Her work spoke for her. She had a revolutionary man. Guess what? She had a revolutionary mindset too. She put her bricks in. Everybody, you ever see these married couples? I say, I'll go to a congregation. Who get married? Brother so-and-so. Who he marrying? That sister right there. What's her name? I don't know. Hey, come here, sis. I call another sister. What's that sister's name right there? I don't know. Don't nobody know her. But the brother want to marry her. Bruh, you simple as hell. You simple. And sister, or vice versa. Who that brother? Don't nobody know him. These are the ones that always end up backdoor, have all kind of problems. So read that verse again.
Yes, sir. Proverbs 31 and 31. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates.
You see that? So a revolutionary thinking man, he don't want no idle woman. No idle woman that sits around the house and eat chicken and steak all day. She don't do nothing around the house. She got no hobby. She has no aspirations of doing nothing with her life. She's a big fat bill. That's all you're just paying to feed this thing. She ain't about nothing. Ain't nobody got time for that. But when you don't prove her, when you don't prove along to verify if she, because women can fake it. I'm about this truth. We have several cases like that. The sister, she's been in a year, 2 years. She said, I'm about this truth. Oh, I love the Lord, blah, 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 blah. She got good game. Soon as she hooked up with the brother, she quit her job. She sat back and started gaining weight and scratching. She wasn't about nothing. Barely do the laundry. Brother come home to a house full of SH. It just stink. He mad. She don't even want to cook. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's why we say y'all better give her time. You better make sure you don't if you don't prove along to verify if she's truly revolutionary, you get stuck with a big bill that's really, she a bum. She's a bum bee. Give me Sirach 25 and 17. Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 17.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 25, verse 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face.
The wickedness of a woman changeth her face.
And darkeneth her countenance.
Darkeneth her countenance.
Like sackcloth.
Now that's that inner demon she got starts to come through her face. You ever see a sister? As soon as you look at her, you go, she's pretty. But when you talk to her, it's like, yo, this woman's a damn demon. And that beauty she once had is gone. You don't even see in the same light no more. Read, watch this.
Yes, sir. Verse 18. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly.
See that? See that? He got played. She got her a revolutionary man. He sits in the gates with the leadership, with the elders. But his wife name always come up in some bull SH. That's what it means. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Brother so-and-so, Captain so-and-so, your wife said A, B, and C. Now she done did this. Oh, God, this damn woman gonna be the death of me. Here we go again. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I gave you two examples. One sister, she's revolutionary. She got her husband's good standing. She put bricks in. The other side right here, her whole countenance start to change after you get married to her. Now you every time you hear your wife now, you mad, you bitter. Because she ain't no damn good. She played you, bruh. She played you. Some women got game. She said, I'm going to get him. I'm gonna hold it tight for a year till we get married. Then when I got him, I'm going to let myself go. And he going to find that I ain't about nothing. Woo! Some of y'all sitting here right now mad as hell. Go, what you going to say?
Yeah, the brother.
Some of y'all on the podium mad as hell.
Yeah, the brother was in, he's in his room, heard in two parties talking in the bathroom. Brother in the room, two parties talking in the bathroom. All he know is only him and his wife in the house. He heard the respond in the bathroom. I need you to come down. Listen, I need you to come down. Don't react as nothing. Because you know that she got to get the dude, that the demon say, I want to come out now. Hey, listen. Don't say nothing. Listen. I'm telling you, brother, start hearing voice from the bathroom. Two parties talking.
Now, guess what? Dealing with this one right here, her husband shall sit, 17. The wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkens her countenance like sackcloth. Meaning that inner spirit is just dark. She got a dark spirit on her. Like evil spirit. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. You know when you get married, she's supposed to, let's say she's not where you want her to be yet. You might not be where you want to be yet. But guess what? She's going to glean off what you got. She's going to grow with you. She's going to see how you're growing and try and match that same spirit. Because she don't want to be left behind. But she just wants to use you. Let's say she's jealous of you. She's jealous of you. The work and accolades you got, she never gets because she got that dark spirit. Now, because everybody said, listen, your wife ain't got no works in this truth. Don't nobody know her. Don't nobody want to know her. She take her anger out on the husband. She called disrespect him in the house, and a lot of it's out of jealousy. Because why? She could never get off that dark spirit. See that verse 17? The wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. She could never transform her mind. She never want to transform her mind. So now her frustrations is taken out on you. Like whose wife was like that? David's wife. Remember he had a wife, what was her name? Micahyel. The Lord set him up as king. Rather than her rejoice, she had an evil spirit. She couldn't stand him. Where's that at? 2 Samuel?
16.
16 and 6?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
Yes, sir. 2 Samuel chapter 6, excuse me.
Chapter 6?
Yes, sir. 2 Samuel chapter 6 and verse, we'll start at 16, Bishop?
Yeah, just get to the point.
Yes, sir. 2 Samuel chapter 16 and chapter 6, verse 16. And as the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, and she despised him in her heart.
You would think she would rejoice for her husband. He just won the victory. His glory is her glory. She didn't see it like that. She was a miserable wretch. She's that one, the wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. You get a lot of marriages like that, and it's truth. What are you going to say, Lava?
Remember, you make a statement. You said because of the brother name, he's want his wife to step her game up. Right. Then he would tell the sister that, listen, I need you to talk to deacon wife or captain wife. Because that's the status I want you to be in. She said she hanging with the sister that just walk in.
Right, right.
Then she get mad at the husband who tell her that, hey, this is what I expect from you. She get mad at the husband. She said, no, I just want to hang with the newcomer. Yep. The husband said, no. I want you to hang with people that can uplift your spirit. Right. That's not what she wanted.
Exactly. So you get married in this truth. The sister should be, let's say she's a young sister. She should be around the senior sisters. In fact, her and her husband should be around the senior couples. Hey, can we come over to your house or invite the older ones over to your house for dinner? So you can glean from them. But you know, like Deacon Laba said, some sisters go, no, I'm going to look for that sister that nobody knows way back there. In fact, she came in last week, and that's my friend right there. She can't learn nothing from that sister. She can't grow talking to that sister. And she brings all the bad things she picked up from that sister to her house. Now her house is crumbling and falling apart. And she's like, well, she's going to blame her husband. It's your fault. Our marriage is failing. No. The husband around the leadership from the older brothers who've been married long time. You, sister, is around them young teeny bopper sisters who's still dancing. That's my song. What are you hanging around them for?
Also, that also goes into you sisters that will surround yourselves around older women that have only been in this truth for maybe 6 months, and you have called them or you hold them as in the title of mother. That's not your mother. That's not your mother. You have Mother Shamara. You have Mother Aparia. Those are your spiritual mothers. All right, because the carnal sense of marriage and the spiritual sense of marriage are two different things. All right, so I don't want to hear that no more either.
Well, that's right. That's right. Now watch that. I'm going to show you a video. Hey, give me damage control and put the disclaimer up too. This is well, he's new to me. I just came across him, but I do get a good chuckle off his videos. Because he be hitting home on some of them things he be saying. Yeah.
Never marry a woman who thinks she's better than you.
Jump ahead of that. Jump ahead. Yeah. Never marry a woman, he said, who thinks she's better than you. This goes back to what we read with David and his wife. She felt because she was the daughter of King Saul, she was better than David. She envied David, her husband. She hated him. Go ahead.
It's home for me because I've seen it so often. I've counseled with guys through divorce care, through Christian ministries, through breakups, through so many things. And I've seen so many guys that have actually married a woman they absolutely adore, but the woman thinks she's better than you, and ultimately, she's jealous of you. Avoid women who think they are better than you because you can never make them happy. And here's the thing. As your success continues to rise, their anger, their resentment, their animosity towards you will continue to rise. So outwardly, people look at you and say, she's so lucky to have this man. He's a multimillionaire, a good family man, all these other things. And all she's sitting there and saying, it should be me. I'm better than him. Especially, this really runs deep, especially in women who are failed actresses and failed models. When you meet a woman who is a struggling local actress, struggling local model, attractive, but she just doesn't have that it factor. You can kick it with her, you can date her, you can hang out with her, but do not make any kind of commitment to her. And for God's sake, don't marry her or have any children. Because one, she is always going to have in her mind any kind of weight I put on, anything that happens is going to potentially hurt this non-existent career she's dreaming about, this fame that she wants, this thing that she cannot have. And especially if you're like Seth Curry and you actually attained it. He married his high school sweetheart. He was a teenage boy and she was a teenage girl. That 15-year-old boy was ecstatic to have that gorgeous girl because she actually grew into her womanness before he grew into his manness. He has finally grown into his man's body, into his man's mind, and become the man a lot of people saw in him. She's still looking at him as the same little boy who was blowing her kisses and kissing her ass as a teenager. And that's what you saw come out. That's what it is. It wasn't that she wants more attention. It wasn't that she wants more guys on her DM. She married a guy that she thinks she's better than. And honestly, she's jealous of him. She's jealous because I'm sitting at home, pumped out 3 kids, and he's on TV every day. He's getting all the fame. He's getting all the red carpet treatment. He's getting all this. And only time she gets attention is attention that he deflects to her. We wouldn't know about Aisha.
Yeah, hold on, mute that thing for me.
He tries to put her in the spotlight.
Mute that thing. It's true. Bishop, you remember when we travel, when we come back home, what we heard? You was on vacation. Yeah. You was on vacation. That's her envy your position. Instead of saying, I cannot believe you put your life in the line. Because it's one day we ain't going to make it back. You understand? But her mindset is you in vacation. Because she envy you. You understand that she become just like the sister you just mentioned in 2 Samuel. That's what we're dealing with here. Instead of like look at it like oh, that's my husband. He's doing a good job for the Lord. You just come on. Oh, you in you in the other country. She's calling you about bills. I'm telling you, man, that brother is on point.
Hey, before you start that, he said something heavy. That's very heavy in IUIC. He said about the envy where he said, if she thinks she's better than you, do not marry her. That's running heavy in IUIC. And I'm going to tell you this. Especially if you have those, what you call bachelor degrees, master degrees, and you don't even have a high school diploma. And you're making more money than her. She just sit at home and lay on her back, envy. And she, in her mindset, I am better than you. I am better than you because you don't even have a high school diploma. That's what playing. That's why you see a lot of problem today. The sister mindset is, I'm better than you. Well, sis, if you're better than me, why don't you put your master degree into to use? You got a master degree hanging in the dim wall. Here I am. I don't even finish high school. I'm making $100,000 a year. And you bitter. I didn't hold you back. You hold yourself back. That's what he's saying. We have a lot of that going on in Israel.
100% correct. Roll the tape.
He tries to put her front and center. And guess what? If she had what it takes, she'd already be there. And that's what's not being told. If she had anything that should make her a star or put her on that level, she'd be there. Will Smith married Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett had a modicum of success, but she was never nowhere close to being what Will was. Look at what Will tried to do with his son. He kept trying to push his son out there, but his son isn't Will. Well, guess what? Aisha ain't Steph. Let me tell you what I fear is going to happen. I fear this is what's going to happen. She's going to end up divorcing him. It's going to get to a point to where it is intolerable. She's already made this faux pas. She's already put it out there. It's out in the ether, and she's getting drugged by men. And people are actually looking at her like, what the hell's wrong with you? So she's going to have to pipe down. She's not going to be able to say much about anything, but it is going to tear her apart, tear him apart, because at the end of the day, she thinks she's up here and she thinks he's down here. It is not going to change. She does not view Steph Curry as the NBA All-Star world champion basketball player. She views Steph Curry as this guy that her mom and dad, her parents told her, you need to marry and secure the bag. She didn't want to be there. She would have rather been a struggling actress in Hollywood, trying to get bit parts in commercials, trying to get pickups in TV, you know, trying to be an extra here or try to get a print commercial or something, while ended up dating whoever. Honestly, she'd have been happier that way. I know too many women like this. Trust me, I've seen this in my life. There are women like her who are above average looking. Let's be honest, she's not that fine. I mean, she's attractive, but she ain't model fine. She's pretty, but she ain't all that. She can't handle it. She's not built for it, but she thinks she is. She can't even handle the overflow traffic she gets from her husband. What the hell makes her think she can handle it in the spotlight? But the problem is she's too close to the sun. She's close enough to where she actually thinks she could do just fine. And the bad thing is she's seen too many women kind of do this kind of thing. Look what Kamora Lee Simmons did. She actually has had a reasonably successful career, but she was a model, a supermodel in somebody's eyes, but a model nonetheless. What has Aisha Curry done other than being married to Steph Curry? But that's not going to change anything. This is going to nag at her, nag at them until she ends up. Now there's another possible alternative. Steph could try to work behind the scenes with some Hollywood producer, friend, family, and try to throw some work her way and try to get her in Hollywood. But you know what? It'll even be worse, because honestly, when she gets up on the screen and it shows that she doesn't have the chops, shows that she doesn't have that it factor, then you have to deal with the fallout of that. When you marry a woman who thinks she's better than you, when you're with somebody who is ultimately going to be jealous of you, who can't play their role, does not like the spotlight being on you, you're signing up for a life of misery. There's going to be this passive, aggressive, low-level contempt for you, because at the end of the day, you're really not what she wanted. You're not what she wanted to do. She wanted something completely else, and she's living a life that somebody else planned for her. And even though it's probably the best thing for her, she thinks she can do better.
Thank you.
Till next time,
That's it.
talking.
All right. Well, that's some heavy stuff right there. He dropped some nuggets in that thing.
Bishop, there's a lot of sisters right now in Israel who think they can do better than their husband. There's a lot of sisters, I see them. They think they can do, when they come, they start talking to you. Their husband's sitting right there, they're sitting right there. The way they're talking, they feel like I can do better. I can do better. No, sister, you cannot do better. If you can do better, how come you come in that you're single? How come you come in that you're single? You could not keep a man. That means you could not do better. You have 2 kids, no man. Now you married this brother, you think you can do better. No, because that brother you married, before him, everybody you was messing with, they were niggas. Yes, you 2 baby daddies, they are niggas. Yes, they are bastard kids, they are niggas. I'm just being for real. I'm just real. That's what they are. Now once I got blessed with this brother, you look at him like, oh, I'm better than him. I can do better. No, sister, you cannot do better. Like Bishop said, you got exactly what you deserve.
Get 1 Corinthians chapter 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 7. 1 Corinthians. Hey, so the point with that video is that when you examine the Proverbs 31 sister, not only was her husband known, like the brother gave the example of Stephen, what's his name? Steph Curry. Steph Curry. The Proverbs 31 woman put her bricks in. Her name was known. People knew her. She wasn't bitter against her husband. But the sister we read about in Sirach 25, whose countenance was darkened, That's what we saw there. Who the wife is bitter. She cannot, like he said, she flew too close to the sun. I had to ponder. I said, that's an old story. Like what do you call it? Yeah, where Icarus, right? He made these wings. He put them together with wax, and he had to get out of prison. And he flew off the top of the prison, and he kept flying higher and higher. He got too close to the sun. The wax on the wings started to melt, and he fell and died. So he said, when you marry a woman that's jealous of you, she can't even measure up. She flew too close to the sun. That's some heavy stuff. That marriage is gonna fall apart.
And Bishop, you know, sometimes the sister will seek her attention or seek her fame from social media. And she'll end up shaming her husband for her goal of gaining some spotlight to outshine him. So you got to be mindful of that.
That's a heavy point right there. Look at 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 1. So brothers, sisters, y'all got to know your worth. If you might not be worth nothing right now, if you do real self-examination. I know we all children of God in here, but there's always room for what? Growth or improvement. Always. Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Now people often ask, why did the Apostle Paul say that? It's good for a man not to touch a woman. Look at verse 32.
Verse 32. But I would have you without carefulness.
Meaning worry.
He that is unmarried, carry for the things that belongeth to the Lord, how he may please the Lord.
So you're focused on serving the Lord when you're not married. That's why Paul said that. Go back to 7 and 1.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians 7, verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Read.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
So Paul says, nevertheless, to avoid sexual sin, that's what fornication is, to avoid sexual sins, let every man have his own wife, here's the part, underline this part, and let every woman have her own husband. I don't know what y'all, this polygamy stuff y'all talking about. The Bible says let every woman have her own husband. Ain't no sharing. No. That ain't coming till Isaiah 4 kick in, and we ain't in Isaiah 4 days yet. Okay? So, until that day, until Isaiah 4 kick in, every woman must have her own husband. You got these brothers talking about, babe, I've been doing research. No, your rod has been doing research. I've been doing research, hon. You know, because, you know, back in the day, our forefathers, you know what I'm saying, had 2, 3, 4 women's. You know. But Raheem, I don't understand. You was learning with the brothers, and it says let every woman have her own. It don't mean that, babe. It don't mean that. Really? And you know the kind of women that get stuck like that? Them old desperate women. Them old, I just need any kind of old dang-a-lang women. Those women that ain't got nothing going on for them women. She ain't paid a bill all her life. The brother paid for everything. So because he took care of everything, he must follow behind his simple behind as he gets all these ratchet holes on the side. And Lord knows what you're going to catch. She wake up one day, Raheem, I'm scratching down there. What I got, what's wrong with me? I went to the doctor, I got crabs. Where the hell I get crabs from? Maybe it's from Shaniqua. Who's Shaniqua? That's wife number 3. What? And because she got so low self-esteem, she didn't want to wait for a real brother. She got suckered. Alrighty then. Read on. I'm sorry, BH. I know you're mad at me right now. I know you're mad, but I love you. Come on.
Verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband.
Ah, sookie now. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence. That goes into sex. And likewise also the wife unto the husband. Go ahead. Read.
Verse 4. The wife have not power over of her body, of her own body, but the husband.
Yeah, here in America, they tell a woman, be transformed. No, they say be conformed to this world. The women come in Israel, they want to be conformed to this world and say, I'm not in the mood. He go and get some anyway. She go, you raped me. Just, babe, that's not rape. Can you read the verse again?
Yes, sir. Verse 4. The wife have not power of her own body, but the husband.
You see that? But she don't believe that. You know why? Because she's not been transformed in her mind. Her mind is America's mind. This is what Paul is showing us. Her mind is TV. You raped me. You're not supposed to do what I don't want you to do. What did you say, Laba?
The Bible just tell you don't have power over that.
She don't believe that. That's why these old American Negropeans, she don't believe that thing. So, bruh, here she go. I got a headache. I got a headache. Soon as she come through the door, babe, here's an aspirin. I don't need no aspirin. I ain't got no headache. Good. Get undressed and get in the bed. That's how you handle that. The hell is this? Did you, oh, my back? Oh, my back. Well, you can just lay on your stomach, then you'll be all right. The hell is this? Anybody got time for that? Yeah, then the sister get mad because some other woman caught her husband's attention. And then we get the phone calls and the emails, my husband ain't right. Well, why ain't he right? He looking at porn. And here go my wife. Sister so-and-so said, her husband's looking at porn. She on the phone with it. Here she go. Sister, she put on mute. Sister so-and-so's husband looking at porn. What should I tell her? I say, hey, tell her to go to Victoria's Secrets, put on some edible panties, and swing from the chandeliers and work it like her mama showed how to work out there. Bigger. And you ain't ever got to worry about this dude watching porn no more. Because I know what's going on. I tell her why. I know what's going on. Here y'all get all comfortable and you don't want to do nothing no more. What you used to do to get the man, you don't want to do it no more. You research sisters know what I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you about a research sister. She going to get with the man. Hey, I'm going to show you something real quick. Look at Hebrews 13:4 again. I'm going to show you something. Bear with me. Just bear with me. I'm going to try not to sound rude and crass. I'm going to try and sound nice. In fact, I'm going to try and sound educated. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Here it come.
And the bed undefiled.
And you know what it means, the bed undefiled? Meaning what you and your spouse is doing, you can do it all night long. It ain't nobody's business. But here come the research sister. You know, I've been doing research, and I shouldn't be giving fellatio. BJ. I know you're young. You don't know what that word means. It's BJ. Just look at a BJ. Urban Dictionary, BJ. What is that? She used to give a BJ like nobody's business. She could suck a golf ball out of a truck's exhaust.
Hey.
But now she's doing research. And in the research, it says sodomy. And she goes, oh, that's sodomy? Listen, that's not the biblical definition of sodomy. The biblical definition of sodomy goes with same sex. She's doing research. So now she don't want to do that.
She don't want to help her husband.
Brothers, I'm going to help you out here. You know what you do? Bring it out. You get you some jelly, you put that jelly on. He said, listen, you got 10 minutes. If you don't do what you used to do, I'm going out this door. I'm telling you, I ain't got time for them. I playing games with these daggone women. The hell is this? Because you know, she went with the white man, he'd have her doing the nastiest thing ever. And she would never tell the white man, I don't do that. White man got his foot on her head, she's vomiting, and he's still knocking her back out. She don't say nothing. But here you go, put some jelly on it. The hell is this? Or syrup, whatever you like. Getting on my damn nerves, these research sisters. The Bible says the bed is undefiled. I'm tired of the emails. And listen, here go the sister. After we tear up in the scriptures, she gonna go, well, here she go. Her mind, Satan goes, say his balls stink. Oh, his balls stink. These are the emails. My wife said, let me see the email. He don't wash downstairs, so I don't feel comfortable doing that. Well, take that nigga in the shower and put some soap on it. The hell is this? Yeah, the royal penis is clean now. Have him take a bath. Have the nice hot, hey, because you know, he said, babe, have it ready when I get home. Make sure the bath is there. Babe, get in the tub. I'll wash you. I'll do it for you. Treat the man like a king. Daggone women, get on my nerves. Where we at now? I'm sorry if I sounded rude and crass.
Bishop.
I apologize.
Yeah, Bishop, brother said, you're the only one who can get away with that. See? Brother said, you're the only one can talk like that, you get away with it.
Lord have mercy.
We trying to talk like that. That's it. We just evil.
So where we at?
We'll go back to 1 Corinthians
1
7.
Corinthians 7
Yes, sir.
4.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 4. The wife have not power of her own body, but the husband.
So whatever he wants, sisters, he want. Do that thing. Go ahead.
And likewise, also the husband have not power of his own body, but the wife.
And brothers, it's the same way. You and some of you brothers, listen. One brother, remember, Captain Shema, y'all know what I'm talking about. Brother going to talk about she stink down there. Listen, if that's the case, they got medication for that thing down there. He said a bath don't work on her. Her parachute is fumigated. The hell is this? You better help your wife out. Don't talk about her like that. Don't bring that to us telling us your wife vagina, her vajay stink. That's rude, bro. Take her somewhere to the doctor. I'll ask her, sister, what do you do? Get some real counsel on that. And what the brother, because we might not know. That's woman stuff. Go over there to the senior sisters. Have your go over there and talk to them. That's what you got to do. You know? Shoot, the hell is going on here? Yeah, it could be her diet. She need to stop eating steak 7 times a week. In fact, she need to fast a few days. Clean that gut out. You know? Purge that thing. Where we at?
Verse 5 now, 1 Corinthians 7, 5?
Yes.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 5. Defraud ye not one the other.
The Bible says, defraud ye not one another. Don't hold back sex. Now listen, if she's on her menstrual, everybody understands that, for you nasty brothers. If she's on her menstrual, the Bible tells you not to deal with her on her menstrual. For 7 days, God says. Go ahead.
Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time.
Now, except it be with consent. What kind of consent? Read on.
That ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinence.
Okay, sis. Now, the sisters online said if the sister takes a bath with apple cider vinegar, her parachute going to be okay.
There you go.
It might get a little tighter down there.
That's knowledge.
Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. Sisters, I'm trying not to be rude. You done put out 2, 3, 4 kids. Some VJJs don't snap back like that. So when your husband asks you for a little fellatio, because you know the mouth can get tight. That's all a man is asking for. He missed that tight feeling. I'm sorry. It just went through my mind. I'm sorry.
Because brother complain about it.
Yeah, brothers, because sisters, brothers complain. Brothers complain about this thing. And we don't want to see y'all end up in divorce court. We want y'all to be happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Again, I didn't hear.
Yes, sir. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer. And
See, that's the only time you don't have sex. When you give yourselves to fasting and prayer. That's husband and wife, not just one of you, but the 2 of you agree. We have an issue, a family, something's going on in the family, let's fast. We ain't going to touch each other because that's what God's law is saying here. Go ahead.
And come together again.
And then you come together again sexually. Why?
That Satan tempt you not for your incontinency.
Because if you don't come again sexually together, Satan's going to tempt one of y'all. Whether it's the male or the female, Satan's going to say, she looking at another man. He looking at another woman. Why? Because you ain't give her none and she ain't give you none. Y'all mad with each other. Y'all don't want to have sex. Now somebody's going to be on Backpage.com looking on matchmakers and all of that. What's that little website? Tinder and all that foolishness. Like they what's that movie? Slim, Queen and Slim. They met each other on Tinder, right? Yeah, so Tinder. Here she go. What's that? She Googling things now. That's what happens when you play that sex game. I'm gonna hold back from you. Then when them eyes start wandering, now you mad. Go ahead.
Verse 6. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment.
You know when he says this part here, but I speak this by permission, not of commandment, meaning there's no commandment you could go back in the Old Testament to reference what Paul is talking about. So the Lord gave him permission to explain and discuss certain things, what we're talking about now. Go ahead.
Verse 7. For I would that all men were even as myself.
What does that mean? That goes back to verse 32. Read verse 32.
Yes, sir. Verse 32. But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belongeth to the Lord, how he may please the Lord.
Paul was single, okay, because he chose to be single to dedicate his life to the Most High's work. Go back.
Verse 7. For I would that all men were even as I myself, but every man have his proper gift of God, one after this manner and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows.
The unmarried and to the widows. The widows are those women whose husbands died. Go ahead.
It is good for them if they abide even as I.
So Paul said it's good if you remain single just like me. Give yourself, dedicate yourself to the one true God. That's what Paul is saying. Go ahead.
But if they cannot contain.
If you cannot contain sexually.
Let them marry.
Let them marry.
For it is better to marry than to burn.
For it is better to marry than to burn sexually. That's what he's saying. But now, you know what people have done in the truth? They have read that and they have some sisters have just ran on that side of the room and grabbed any old brother she saw because she wanted any old kind of dang-a-lang. But guess what, sister? You forgot. Paul is not saying to skip the steps to marriage. He's just saying it's better to marry than to burn. One of the steps is Sirach 6 and 7. Get me that?
Yes, sir. Sirach chapter 6 and verse 7.
So while you're burning sexually, because you just got to have it, she just got to have it, you still need to apply this.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
You still got to prove him, sister. You brothers, you might be burning sexually. You still got to prove her. You can't skip over that and get any old woman you see. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Read, was that it?
No, sir. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
And don't be hasty to credit, because you know people don't know. Women go, oh, he's good, he's all right. Sisters too. Brothers go, she's good, y'all been talking for 3 weeks. That is not enough time to get to know one another. In fact, 6 months really is not enough time. If you ask me, my advice, year, 2 years. Then you get to know one another. Then you start to know each other's personalities, character flaws, and all that. You say, okay, I see now. You get to know one another. Then you got to decide, am I able to put up with this person's personality traits and character flaws? If y'all talk about it, let's improve this about one another. I want you to do this. Can you do that for me? Okay, and that's how you get to know one another, improve one another. And they start to change and transform and upgrade to that spirit you want them to be at. Look at 1 John 4 and 1.
The book of 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
So you see that, beloved, believe not every spirit. Now, although this is going into people that claim to know the scriptures, it's also a principle for proving anybody. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God. Sister, brothers will tell you they are of God. They will tell you that they love the Lord, and likewise, vice versa, brothers. These women over here will tell you they love the Lord. It says, try the spirits. To try the spirits is the same thing that says prove a friend. It's saying the same thing. Try a friend, prove a spirit. Prove them whether they love the Lord. You got to observe them. Talk to them. Get to know them. That's how you try. That's how you prove. Read that again.
Yes, sir. 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit.
Because people lie. Brothers lie. Sisters lie. Read it again.
Yes, sir. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
Give me 1 Corinthians 6:15. I'm going to show you something. When you burning, when Paul said it's better to marry than to burn, you decide you don't want to go through the proving process of trying the spirit. This is what happens. 1 Corinthians 6:15.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot? God forbid.
It is forbidden for us to deal with harlots, brothers. A harlot is any old woman. Or you might not have to pay her. How much is it for how much is it? $40? It's a roundaway brother over there. $40 for or whatever kind of job you getting. You know what I'm talking about, sex. Some of these hoes, harlots, will be satisfied with a Happy Meal. That's all you got to give a Happy Meal. She'll make you smile. Read that again.
1 Corinthians 6, verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot? God forbid.
God forbid means no. You're not. Brothers don't deal with harlots. And a harlot don't have to be. Well, she wasn't standing on the corner selling herself. She ain't a harlot. Y'all know them hoes in the projects. Right. Some of them don't even live in the projects. They just around the corner. Some of them. You know where they at. Just taking the McDonald's. They will. Yeah. Read on.
Verse 16. What? Know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh.
That's why it's forbidden for us to join. That's how you know sex is spiritual. It says what? Know ye not that he which is joined to a harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh, meaning one spirit. Do y'all come together? She takes your DNA goes and gets absorbed in her and vice versa. Sex is spiritual. I know it's deep right there, but it's real. Go ahead.
Verse 17. But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit.
Watch what it calls it now. Read.
Flee fornication.
The Bible is calling sex with a harlot fornication. That's another form of fornication. Stay off Backpage.com. Stay off, Tinder? Stay off Tinder and those type of things. Because you're going to get a harlot. You're not going to get a God-fearing woman. Okay? From there, give me Sirach 23:17.
The book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he dies.
So brothers who have that whoremonger spirit, there's no one woman that can satisfy him. The Bible says the only thing that can stop a whoremonger brother is death. So sisters, you see this brother, you know through talking to him, he had woman after woman after woman after woman. Now he's been in 6 months, maybe a year. And you think you could tame that spirit. And you decide you don't want to wait 2 years for proving. You just ruined your life. Yeah, I can you Mrs. Fix It. I'm the quicker fixer upper. You got a red cape coming out of that. That's not a cape, that's a parachute hanging. You can't tame that dude. That dude's a whoremonger, brother. Not only when you meet him, you find out he's a whoremonger, he got kids across the country he ain't taking care of. And you want to marry him. Our suggestion, our advice, you better wait 2 years and prove this guy to see if he's truly changed, if he's truly transformed in a renewing of his mind. But if you decide not to take our counsel, okay. Deuteronomy 23:17.
Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
That's what you want right there, that part right there. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. So likewise, brothers, some of these sisters that come in having lived the life of a whore, meaning she's a round the way girl. She's that ratchet sister. Now there's an expression, you can't change a hoe into a housewife, but God can. The Lord can. If she's truly changed, you got to observe, talk to her, get to know her, listen to her, see if she lies. I'm going to give you a lie right now. What a sister done said to her brother. Sister used to be a hoe. She used to dance in a strip club. I said, brother, my advice to you is, I said to him, she's not for you. He says, no, she's for me. I said, you're a virgin? He said, yeah, I'm a virgin. I said, you never had sex before? He said, I never had sex before. I said, she's not for you. Why'd you say that? I think she's for me. I said, how old are you? He said, I'm 21. I said, how old is she? She's 35. I said, she's not for you. No, Bishop, you don't know what you're talking about. She's for me. Little did I know that back at the ranch, they was doing, what's that thing when you talk to each other?
Phone sex.
Yeah, on FaceTime. And she opened her parachute. And his head went to the screen like that. He'd never seen it before. He was on the screen. If he could have fallen, he would have. Spiritually, he fell in. I said, bruh, she's not changed. She's not. I said, she showed you, she showed you what? She showed me her thing. Her thing? Yeah, you know that thing down there. I said, she's not for you. She for me. I said, let me tell you, bro. Ask her life. Just ask her past without me having to tell you. So he gonna go ask her her life. I don't know what Bishop talking about. He need to mind his business. I said, ask her if she ever worked in a club. His little self gonna go over there. You used to work in the club? Oh, here he go. Yeah, I used to work in the club, but I wore jeans in the club. I worked in a strip club, but I wore jeans in the club. And I just handed out the drinks. He gonna come back, Bishop, you don't know what you're talking about. She wore jeans in the strip club. I said, you ever been in a strip club? No. I said, shut the hell up. No woman goes in there wearing jeans in a strip club. The hell you talking about? I said, bro, let me ask, here's another question. I'm not trying to get in your business. But this sister been around. She's seen all kind of bang-a-lang, She's seen little ones, big ones, curved ones, ones that go backwards and forwards, all kinds, she's seen it. I said, I just got one question. If you're not blessed, she not for you. Here go the brother. He go, well, I think I'm all right. I said, if you got to ask or think you, I said, you're not blessed. Stop. She not for you. Here he gonna tell her. Bishop said, if I'm not blessed, I really shouldn't be with you. She gonna say, listen, size don't matter to me. I said, stop. This is a round the way girl right there. She's seen all kind of prints she's seen. She worked in the champagne room. And there is sex in the champagne room. I said, little brother, sit your behind down. I said, I'm not blessed in this marriage. I'm gonna make sure none of the deacons bless this marriage. You're trying to destroy mine. I said, you got that right. You know why? His mama came to me and said, watch out for my son. Please don't let him make a mistake. So I made sure I watched out for that boy. And I told his mother, I said, I'm gonna watch out for him. That's what I did. He hated me for months. He couldn't stand my guts. If he could have stabbed me, he would have stabbed me right there. He said, no, they're gonna beat me down if I stab him. I had to look out. I said, marry that sister right over there. I said, we went trusted, that's the sister right there. He married the sister, she a virgin, he a virgin. I said, y'all work well together. You simple, she's simple too. Y'all be all right together. Y'all gonna be good. Y'all could grow. And they doing good today. All praise to the Lord.
All praise. Hey, you know something, Bishop? All your camp leaders got to understand something. Your job is to look out for the young brothers. Because a lot of them, they have no common sense. Believe it or not, they have no common sense. Like the young men, then they're 21, 22, 23. Listen, look out for them. They're going to come and they'll be like, hey, yo, why are you talking to that sister? You guess what? You the father. You supposed to say, hey, what you talking to your sister about? You don't listen, you should not care if they get mad. Listen, I don't care if you get mad or not. I want you get mad, but you don't commit that you didn't commit that mistake. Get mad, I don't care. You be all right. You be all right. Get mad, whatever you want. Like, little Issa here. We got looking for little Issa right here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna let little Issa make the same make mistake. We're gonna like, hey, little Issa, do this, do that. We're gonna keep our eyes on him. And we're gonna make sure he don't commit to no them champagne wound.
Now we're gonna check out a clip. I think now I don't follow basketball. Some of the brothers, I don't get a lot of basketball, but I saw this video. This video right here, this thing gonna strike home. When you get with the wrong type of woman, I've been telling you brothers who got property. Some of you brothers, you're doing okay for yourselves. Some of you in your early or late 20s, early 30s, 40s, you have acquired stuff, properties, things like that. Let's play this video. What's his name? Steven Jackson. Play this video. Now, this video is kind of long, so we might interrupt all the way through, but it's a very good video. And I'm not saying he's a righteous brother. Now, some brothers have met him. Gave him flies and all that. But what he says, you can glean some nuggets out of what he's saying. Play this.
And my ups and downs with the youth so they won't make these same mistakes. Once again, this is not to demean anyone. This story is not to demean anyone, right? It's just the truth. It's facts. It ain't no made up shit. Everything I'm finna tell y'all is all facts. I'm trying to get this light out the back of my head. All right, let me say this one more time. For all you motherfuckers who want to say what you want to say and don't want to hear what I said.
Pause it.
Hear what I said.
Okay, disclaimer, because I know I'm going to get an email. He was cursing. You know when people get on my nerves when they say that? Like when they in their house, they don't curse. And some of the most Christianized people is the biggest cussers. You ever see, what's that gospel singer named Shirley Caesar? Get her mad. Watch what she say to you. Be all kind of words, but the child of God. T.D. Jakes too, all of them. They all curse, and there people in their congregation, he cursed. Like when you walk outside these doors, people ain't dropping F-bombs left and right. But this is how the brother talk. And he's smoking weed, but that ain't the point of the video. Go on back now. Watch. Play the video. Take your bad kids out the room.
This is not to demean anyone. This is not to demean anyone. These are facts. These are my life experiences. This is stuff that I've experienced, that I've learned from, that I want to share with youngsters so they won't make the same mistakes I've made. Is that clear? To all you blogs that's going to try to take what I say and put it on your blog and try to make a story that nobody ain't going to see anyway because you only got 660,000 followers, I'm not going to be the guy that go on your blog because you twisted something I said and speak on it to make your blog get attention. Nah, I ain't that stupid, fam. I'm on Showtime. I'm on Fox, okay? Your blog because you twisted words and made up shit. No, everybody got a blog. So 90% of the blog shit is false, all right? So don't pay attention to no blogs. Y'all know I'm a real one, so y'all can come right here to my page and I'm going to give it to y'all real. I ain't never lied about nothing and ain't no reason to lie now, right? All right. So I'm giving game to the young man out here and telling them the experience I've had. This is not to demean nobody once again, okay? This is free game. Shout out to everybody. I love everybody. I love being black first. You know what I'm saying? And I love everybody that's black, women included. Let me get that clear because a lot of y'all just ignorant. But let me say this too. A hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. You ain't got to say no name.
That means if you're guilty, you're going to get mad. Only the guilty ones get mad at stuff. Go ahead.
You ain't got to point no fingers. You ain't got to do nothing. A hit dog will holler, bruh. This is facts. All right. So, and I hope, even women, I hope some women hear this and be like, you know what, I'm going to find me a one man. I hope this is for women and men, but I want my young men to take heed to this and listen to this and take the right advice from this. Okay? Yeah, the story is a little funny too, but take the right advice from this. And the moral of this story is find you one woman. This is the whole reason for this, for me telling this story. Find you one woman, love her through the good and bad, and build with her. Because I'm telling you, if you think having a whole bunch of hoes and having multiple kids by women is something to brag about, it will ruin your life. Thank God it didn't ruin mine, but it will add a lot of stress to your life that you don't need, bro. Facts, all right? All right, so bam. So I'm with a chick at the time. Right? And me and her together. We've been together for like a year or two. I met her in New York, in the subway. I was my first year in NBA. I met her in New York, and I flagged her down while she was driving. Got her number. Ended up talking to her. We ended up dating for a year or two. I go to San Antonio, right? She's with me in San Antonio. So y'all know I won a championship. So when it was time for me to go negotiate my contract the following year, the team told me, what's the number? We want you here, Jack. It's a number of reasons why you were here. And this is my first time ever hearing something like this. So one of the reasons why San Antonio didn't want to sign me back was because of the girl I was dating at the time. Said she was a bad influence to some of the other wives. They didn't like how she dressed.
Wait, stop. Pause. Did y'all hear this? This is messed up. This is what we was reading about earlier. When you get a wife and when you hear her name pop up and you sigh bitterly, this is what was going on. Because his wife, obviously, nobody liked her. She couldn't get along with nobody. She didn't know how to dress. Now, that ain't his wife, but it was his girlfriend at the time. Go ahead.
It wasn't that type of organization, but how can you tell somebody how to dress? You know what I'm saying? This was my woman, so I didn't really care about it at the time. I didn't really pay him no attention. Cool, I'll bounce. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be worried about my basketball, not who I'm dating, right? So that's one reason why I didn't sign back after we won the championship in San Antonio, right? Was because of the woman I was with, right? Bam. So
some of you's not gonna get wing because of your wife.
Me and her fight in Atlanta. We have a rocky relationship in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But we working shit out. You know, no relationship is perfect. Come to Atlanta, I signed with Indiana the next year, and I signed my big contract in Indiana, right? I signed my big contract in Indiana. Before I get my big contract, we still together. We living together and all that, right? So we moved to Indiana. I play a season in Indiana. I proposed to her. I can't remember where I proposed to her. None of that matters anyway, though. But I proposed to her, and during that time, you know, we plan to get married in Houston. Right? So, newsflash for all 530 y'all on here. In order for a prenup to get drawn up, the two people, the man and the husband and the wife, have to agree on what the prenup says in order for the prenup to come out valid and you both sign it. Let me say that again. In order for a prenup to get drawn up, both sides have to agree. The husband and the wife, the bride and the groom, they both have to agree on the prenup before it's written up, before it can even get written up. You have to agree on it, right? So, I take care of a lot of people. I'm never letting one woman control of all the hard work I've done in my life. None of these motherfuckers was in the gym with me, right? So
wait, do y'all hear what he just said? I never let a woman take control of me. He said none of these women was in a gym with me while I was working. Give me that scripture real quick about the preeminence in Sirach. What he's saying is so true. What he's saying is so, you work, you whatever your gift, your skills, brother, the woman comes, not all sisters, I'm not making a blanket statement, but if you get that slug sister, you know what a slug is? That bumby who come and want to take what you built all your life. Read that. Come on, get a line.
Sirach chapter 33, verse 18.
Sirach 33, verse 18. Here's the point. What he's saying.
Hear me, O ye great men of the people, and hearken with your ears, ye rulers of the congregation. Give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend power over thee while thou livest.
You see that? Give not, I can't quote, give not thy what?
Thy son and wife.
And the part we want to look at is wife. Don't give your wife what?
Thy brother and friend power over thee while thou livest.
Don't give no woman power over you while you live, brothers. You like he's a ball player. He's in the gym from sun up to sundown, practice. And here come Miss Johnny come lately. Now she want to get in on it. That's why he said, I ain't seen none of these women in the gym with me. Y'all better keep this in mind. Was that a Gedaliah?
Verse 22 now.
Go ahead.
In all thy works, keep to thyself the preeminence.
Keep to yourself the preeminence. This is for you've been working hard. You single, you building your paper, you building your credit, you doing all that you got to do. Go ahead.
Leave not a stain in thine honor.
Now listen, I'm not making a reference to you ain't got nothing and she ain't got nothing. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you got something already. Now here she come. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, guess what? Even if you ain't got nothing, still keep to yourself the preeminence. Let me put it out like that. Because here you go, you ain't got nothing, she ain't got nothing. You're building stuff. You work, she work. You make the mistake. Let's get a joint bank account together. Together. Now all your money ain't going in this joint bank account, and all her money going there. Now she getting mad at you, and she says, "You know what? I'm going to take all the money out the bank out with a press of a button." Boom! She got all your money and she skipped town. It has happened at least, off the top of my head, 3 times. 3 times. You made the mistake of putting all your money in an account with her. The second she got in the argument, she got mad at you and she's talking to some other homeboy, she skipped town and take everything you built for. One sister took, how much she took? $32,000. 32 grand. And the brother was crying. Well, I said, you simple. We said, you simple as hell. We told you to get your money out of that account. You don't listen. But you was in so much in love. L-U-B. Love. If you get a joint account, just let it be for bills. Put X amount of money in. This is for bills. And you make sure you got your own stash. And if she got her own stash, that's fine. Babe, I don't want your money. You make your money. And if she ain't working, then you give her your allowance. Glean off that. Okay, that's how you do it. Keep to yourself the preeminence, though. Back to the video. Did we finish, Gedaliah? Okay, back to the video.
So whoever I'm married to, they signing the prenup off top. It's not even a second guess. So me and her had to talk about it. So we get the prenup back at least 3-4 months before the wedding, right? About 4 months, maybe at least 3 to 4 months before the wedding. This is all true, y'all. So, 4 months before the wedding, we get the prenup. I give it to her.
I hope none of you brothers are still getting spirits on y'all because of the weed. Oh, I sure do miss that. Hey, put it back a few seconds. Put it back a few seconds. Go ahead.
So, 4 months before the wedding, we get the prenup. I give it to her. Granted, when I give it to her, she shouldn't be surprised by it because me and her sat down and agreed up on the prenup, right? Me and her agreed up on the prenup. We agreed. Listen to me, y'all. We agreed on the prenup. Bam. So we agree on it. A month passed, like 2 months before the wedding. I'm like, yo, look. We need to get that prenup signed so we can go and, send it in and get all that taken care of. So when we get down there to Houston, we ain't got to worry about it. I tell her that like 2 or 3 times. It's a month. That was 2 months before the wedding. It's a month before the wedding. Look, bro. This is something we agreed on. I shouldn't have to keep coming and tell you to sign this prenup, right? What's up, Bird? Bird, you know about this. I shouldn't have to tell you to sign this prenup, right? This is what I'm telling her. The first time I came to it was 2 months before the wedding. Now it's a month before the wedding. I'm like, man, I've been asking you about this prenup There's no way I should have to keep coming to you about this prenup, knowing we had to agree on this before they even drew it up. So why do I have to keep coming to you about it, about getting it signed? She's like, I'm going to sign it, I'm going to sign it, I'm going to sign it. I'm going to sign it, I'm going to sign it, I'm going to sign it. I'm like, cool. You can sign it. But look, during that time, we making arrangements for the wedding, right? Because, you still got to plan shit. So, I love her. And I'm going to keep it real with you. I was in love with her. You know what I'm saying? I was in love with her. And we was building a family. So I'm like, okay, cool. I ain't going to make no big deal of it. I went with planning a wedding. I didn't stop. I kept planning a wedding. I told her several times, dog, about the prenup and asking about it. So bam. So as we, this is one of the twists of the wedding, right? So as we planning for the wedding, I'm from Texas, right? She from New York. I'm from Texas. I'm from Port Arthur, which is an hour from Houston where we get married, right? I want my pastor to do it. He right there. It'll save us some money. Da-da-da-da. She is adamant about this certain pastor doing the thing, right? So I'm like, cool. It's her wedding. I ain't got no problem. Keep in mind, remember this pastor, right? Remember this pastor. This is a pastor. She was, I'm talking about screaming at me and everything. No, this pastor has to do it. This pastor I'm like, well, we can save money and make more sense. This is my pastor since I was a kid. You don't even know this guy. Some other girl brought this pastor to her attention. Some other girl brought the pastor name to her attention. This is a pastor she's never seen.
Pause.
Don't even know.
Y'all know these pastors charge to do a wedding, to officiate a wedding. We don't charge. So these pastors make everything a hustle, a money hustle. Go ahead, back to the video.
But she don't want my pastor to do it, right? Cool. Remember that. So I'm like, fine, no problem. No problem. He can do it. Your pastor can do it. I'm cool with it. I ain't gonna be petty. Cool. I want you to have, this is your day. Everything is yours. I spent about $400,000 on the wedding, y'all. About $400K, right? It's yours. Whatever you want to do. Hey, pastor don't matter to me. I just want to marry you. I don't even give a damn.
Wait, pause right there. Brothers, y'all know men don't give a damn about a wedding ceremony. It's the women. That's their day. They want to be seen. This is my day. It's about me. Look at me. That's women. Brothers don't give a daggone about that crap. When I got married, my father-in-law, it ain't no 400K. The wedding we had was like 30K. But I said to the man, I said, sir, I said, I'm struggling. Your daughter's struggling. How about you use that 30K and put down on a house for us? He gonna look at me, little nigga, you don't tell me what to do with my mouth, honey. I do what I want to do. I want to invite my friends. I said, I'm just saying, all right. I left it alone. Go ahead, back to the video.
2 weeks before the wedding. We going to Houston a week before the wedding. Now we at 2 weeks before the wedding. Everything planned, we ready to go. I'm like, look, bro. Why I got to keep asking you about this prenup, bro? It ain't like you don't know what's on it. Like, what motives? This is what I told her. What you up to? What motives you on? I ain't on nothing. I just ain't had time to sign up, planning a wedding and all this. I'm like, man, listen, man, all you got to do is sign it. You ain't got to, it ain't like you got to read it all over again. You know what's in it, da-da-da. I'm going to sign it. Me, being a person I am, I know it's a wedding. And all that shit, I'm like, you know what? I know you probably just frustrated. I'm trying to be a supportive man at the time. I know you're going through a lot, baby. I know it's up. You know what I mean? Just when we get, just make sure I get it for the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. We go to Houston. We get there, right? We get to Houston. The night I get to Houston, you know, when we get to Houston, we separate. So she go with her friends, I go with my guys. You know, I'm at home. This is my hometown. So, you know, I'm strip clubbing all kind of shit. Wilding out with the homies. My partner Weezy on here, he was there. Wilding out with the homies and shit, having a good time. So, my homegirl Mimi, mama, Miss Doris, was our nanny at the time, right? We had a nanny at the time. We had a baby. We had a nanny at the time. We had my oldest daughter. And I think my son was on the way. And So we had a nanny at the time. And Miss Doris came to my room. I'm like, Miss Doris, Real J Sam's, what's up, my boy? I'm like, Miss Doris, you know, it's wedding in 2 days. I ain't got no prenup. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Miss Doris, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No, baby, don't. You know, I'm with you. You know, I'm with you. I know you're right, but don't start having that attitude. It's gonna get done. Don't worry about it. It's gonna get done. It's gonna get done. So I'm like, all right, Miss Doris. You know, I'm trying to be optimistic. You know what I'm saying? But I'm having a good time. I'm like, I'm thinking in the back of my mind. Listen, man, I ain't getting married without no prenup. Fuck out of here. Not 5. You know, that's what I'm thinking the whole time. I'm like, man, I can't believe this motherfucking girl done wait until I spent all this money, got all the way down here, so bam. Miss Doris come to me saying, don't worry about it, it's gonna get done. I'm gonna go get her to sign it, right? So, my nigga, this the day of the wedding. Hold on, let me file my shit back up. Y'all ready for the good part? So the day of the wedding, y'all. I got Stephon Marbury, I got Mike Bibby, but I can't remember who was all in the wedding at that time, dog. I had everybody. I know probably Bun was there. I had a lot of my homeboys, and I'm talking about all my homeboys, dog. I can't remember who was all in the wedding at the time. But Mike Brown, celebrities, everybody, her friends, everybody, right? So we wake up that morning, I'm getting dressed. You know what I'm saying? We all getting dressed for the wedding. Everybody getting, you know what I'm saying? All my groomsmen, we in the little groomsmen room. We all get dressed. In the back of my mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm all thinking about this damn prenup, right? That's all I'm thinking about. So my nanny comes in the room. She's like, how you doing, baby? Good morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, good morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up with the prenup? She like, I talked to her. She said she gonna sign it. I'm finna go get it right now. I just wanted to come check with you to see how you doing this morning. Make sure you all right. Make sure you wasn't stressing about it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Nah, you say she gonna sign it? I'm cool with it. Getting dressed, me and my boys drinking, smoking, all that, getting dressed, having a good time, whatever we doing for the wedding. So after we get dressed, where we staying at the hotel, where we staying at, it's a big ballroom where we was having a wedding, right? So we had to go get on this private elevator. Me and all my groomsmen, we get on the private elevator and we go to a little back room where from the back room we just walk out into the wedding, right? So when we get to that room, that's when once we get in that room, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, hold up. You know what I'm saying? This one not really turn up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, hold up, man, hold up. You know what I'm saying? And then this one, Steph, this why Steph Marbury and Mike Bibby my brothers. All right, for life. Steph Marbury and Mike Bibby are my real brothers. Like my real brothers. You see what I'm saying? No bullshit. These are my real brothers. So we in the back, we walk to the back room, and the motherfucking the priest come in, the preacher come in with his assistant, I guess, and then my nanny come back in there with a spook look on her face, like she still ain't. She pulled me to the side and she still ain't signed it. So when I said that, I'm like, well, shit, I ain't getting married then. She was like, ho, and so look, so the preacher, remember the preacher, y'all, remember the preacher. When I say, oh, I ain't getting married. Steph was like, she ain't signed a prenup. What the fuck? What we even here for? I'm like, yeah, dog, I ain't doing it. The preacher steps up. He's like, hold on. The preacher says, hold on. I look at him like, he said, this is what he said. He said, now hold on. I know you love this girl. Don't make a drastic decision. I think you should just let God handle it. I say, huh? I think you should just let God handle it. Me, as a pastor, I don't believe in prenups. Nah, I know why she was fighting for you. You don't believe in prenups. Nah, it all makes sense. I ain't getting married. Damn what you believe in. I put everything in God's hand. And God is telling me to put the pen in her hand and make her sign this goddamn prenup before I get married. That's what God's telling me. So God telling me and you two different things, partner. As that's going on, Steph Marbury grows crazy. Hell nah. No, we ain't doing it. Hell no, it ain't going on. Steph go crazy. Mike Bibby walks, are you serious, Steve? Fuck out of here. Everybody, no. Bruh, this preacher has the nerves to sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes and try to convince me that God told that he don't believe in prenups, so I shouldn't believe in them. Listen, bro, we ain't in the same tax bracket, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Bam. So now y'all see why she wanted that preacher so bad that she didn't even know. Bam. So bam. Dog, God take all my blessings if I'm lying, dog. This is a true story. It's too many people that was there to vouch for it. So bam. So listen. I'm going to tell y'all this. So I found out this after the wedding. You know what I'm saying? But on the way to the wedding, rest in peace, my grandma dead now, but on the way to the wedding, my grandmother, this is before all this, everything I told y'all. My grandmother told my mama, Jude, it ain't going to be no wedding. This is before all this. My grandmother told this to my mama on the way to Houston to the wedding, right? So bam. I'm telling him, look, bro, hell no, I'm not finna do it. Hell no, I'm not finna do it. By that time, it had got rowdy in the bridesmaids rooms because my sister was in the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Because the wedding had supposed to been started. Bobby Valentino standing up there at the microphone ready to start singing. Ask Bobby Valentino. He was there. Bobby Valentino will tell you this whole story. He was right there. He's standing up there ready to sing, bro. Ready to start singing. So everybody getting answered like the fuck. My mama and my grandmother just sitting there like she already know what's going on. So, it get to getting a little answer over there. So my sister ended up coming out of there and say, I had to get out of there before I whipped one of them hoes because they ended up talking crazy. Something like that. Not those exact words, but my sister was upset with what was said in there, so she had to walk out. So bam. This is when this is when she showed her true colors, bro. This is when she showed her true colors. So, wedding off. Yes, wedding's off. We not doing it. Walk back up to the room. Walk back up to upstairs, get room. We getting undressed. Shit. Steph Marbury's like, bruh. Hold on. First of all, I'm lying. We get back to the room. Right? Y'all know I'm gonna always be 1,000 with everybody. 1,000. I'm gonna tell y'all the honest truth every time. When we first get back to the room after I called it off, when everybody trying to figure out what's going on, we all get back to my room. I break down crying, dog. Honest to God truth, I can't lie. Because I was hurt. Because I wanted to marry her, bro. This is the honest to God truth. I break down crying, dog, for about a good 20, 30 minutes. I'm talking about I'm hard down crying, dog. I'm hard down crying because I'm hurt, dog. Like I'm really hurt. I didn't think a woman would take me to this point over a piece of paper and not marry me, especially after we got a child and we trying to build some shit. Like I was honestly hurt. You know what I'm saying? I was hurt. I was in a hard down crying, dog. And this is why I fell in love with Mike Baby Mama. And this is why I always treat her like my own mama. I'm sitting there crying. I hear Steph in the background talking, man, fuck that shit. We finna turn up. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about snot, everything. I'm hard down crying like I lost my, I don't know, bro. I'm hard down crying as a grown man. I ain't never cried like that, right? So as I'm crying, Mike Baby Mom walk up to me, dog, and it's bringing tears to my eyes today. She walk up to me. She grab her bare hand, Mike Baby's mom, wipe the snot and all this from my face, everything from my face. And she picked my chin up and she said, you became a man today. Nigga. Nigga, I'm getting chills. She wiped snot from my nose and wiped my eyes, my nigga, and said, and picked my chin up and say, You became a man today. So, with all that going on, this ain't even the half though. So with all that's going on, after she do that, I come out of it. Steph like, man, you spend all this money. We finna go party. We finna go party. Let's go downstairs and still have fun. Look, hey, look, my best friend Roy D on here. Look, 5 Roy D. Am I lying, Roy D? Have I told a lie yet, Roy D? He on here, 5 Roy D. That's my brother. Same tattoos, everything. Listen, so as I'm wiping my tears and stuff off, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to go downstairs and party, somebody from her side comes to my room. This when it get tricky, y'all. Comes to my room and say, hey, Steve, hey, hold on, just calm down. She want to talk to you. She want to talk to you. I said, what she want to talk for? You're like, no, just calm down, man. You was about to marry her. You know what I'm saying? Just give her a second, just out of respect. Just show me a little love and go talk to her, bro. I'm like, fuck it. Everybody in my room be like, man, fuck that. Am I lying, Scoop J? Scoop J on here right now, too. My cousin. He already know. Everybody know. This is no lie. So look, her uncle coming like, man, come talk to her. Come talk to her. I'm like, all right, I'll go talk to her. So look, I get in the room. She's still in her wedding dress, and she crying and shit, right? So soon as I walk in the room, she hard down crying. I'll sign it. Da-da-da-da, I'll sign it. I'm whatever, I'll sign it. Listen, I was born at night, but not last night. One thing I know, anytime somebody signs anything where they crying under any type of stress or any real emotional or something like that, that shit can get thrown out. I was already told that by my folks before I even signed this prenup, before I even got to Houston, so I was already on game. So the shit she tried to get me in that room and see her tears and think I was gonna buckle and she could sign it while she crying and all that, then come back and when they try to stand up, she gonna be like, I was emotional at the time, and it's been thrown out. It's happened to men before. 5 was not falling for that. Nah, sweetheart, you chose the decision you wanted to make, and you didn't want to sign it. It's fucking over with. Fuck around, it's over with. I stood on that. Man, we go downstairs, distress. That's what it's called. Claim under distress. Thanks, Nikki, my sister Nikki. Claim under distress. Anytime, they can throw that shit straight out. So look, bro, that happens. Remember I told you Steph was turned up. I'm talking about, dog, this nigga Steph on Marbury is crazy, dog. Soon as we get to downstairs, he already in the DJ booth. Dog, this shit is hilarious. He in the DJ booth. As people walk in, guess what's the first song they played? I want to know if y'all can guess the first song they played, dog. I'll give y'all a second. Let me put this roach out with 5. Another one. Soon as we walk in, Roy D, the first song this nigga played, she gives me money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh yeah, she's a gold digger. Way over time, that's good to me. Oh, dog. The Kanye version, she gives me money when I'm in need. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, dog. I'm telling you, dog. That shit was classic, my nigga. Yo, that shit was classic, dog. End up blowing by 340,000, and this more crazy shit that happens, dog. You know, I'm gonna keep it all 1,000 with y'all. Nobody knows this but my partners that was around me. Hey Rito, this the sickest part of the whole thing right here. After we had party at the hotel, me and all my partners getting ready to go out that night. 2 of her main squeezes that was dealt with her was with us that night. and I'm going to keep it funky. I downed one of them. You feel me? But that's her friends, though. Yeah, I did it. Sure did. Sure did. Yeah, I did it. Fuck out of here. If I'm going to trick 300, 400,000 off for nothing, yeah, I'm going to get some get back. I'm going to get some get back. Jump down on a clean, too. We pulling off. They outside, where y'all going? Where y'all going? I look at my partner, I'm like, they couldn't wait. They couldn't wait for the opportunity to jump down. They couldn't wait. They happy the wedding was over. She don't even know it. These are the girls she with the whole weekend that came with all that. Yeah. Yeah. That's how the game go, though. That's how the game go. True story, dog. True story. No bullshit. And let me tell y'all this, too. The same person I'm talking about, we wasn't together. I'm playing for Golden State. We have kids together, so I want to bring my kids down there and to Golden State and throw their birthday party down there, right? They lived in somewhere else at the time. You know what I'm saying? Way across the country. I bring them there for the party. Fly them in, pay for the whole party, all that. Bro, D know this too. Listen, RJ, I fly them. The mama and the kids there. Pay for about $3,000 for the party. Clowns, animals, all kind of shit, right? While she's there for the party and she's supposed to be shopping, she left. She went down and filed for child support in California and used my address and said she lived there to get more money. If that, what do you call that, dog? What you call that, though? Everybody want to jump on me, but what do you call that? What do you call that? She leave, I get a letter in the mail, she done filed child support with my address. They don't even live there. What do you call that, bro? What do you call that? What do you call that? To the point when we do go to court, and I do have to pay her, but the judge tell her, man, listen, I'm looking, you done been to 4, 5 states trying to take this man to child support. Man, every state he live in, enough is enough. To my young man out here, I don't want you to go through none of that. Why go through that when I can tell you what I've went through, and now you can make a better decision, because we ain't no different. You know what I'm saying? Me, you, him, her, we ain't no different. We all human beings. We all have decisions to make, and some of us grow up with our father, some of us don't. So if you like me that don't grow up with your father, a lot of stuff you're going to have to learn on your own from experience. You know what I'm saying? From fucking up. I've done the fucking up, bro. There's no need for you to if I can tell you how to do it. Find you one woman, dog. Love her. You know what I'm saying? Through the good and bad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying be no fool, and I ain't telling no woman to be no fool. You know what I'm saying? But just take, you know how niggas make side decisions when they picking their weed or when they picking their clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Be more serious about the women you pick like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like for real. Boys take their time and focus on certain shit, jewelry and cars and shit and rims and shit like that. Take that same focus on the woman you decide to lay down with or spend your life with, dog. I'm telling you, dog. Especially if you have dreams or admirations of being successful, dog. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to settle down, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just giving you a game I know, dog. If you think having a lot of hoes and having a different chick in every area code, that shit is played out, my nigga. That shit ain't even safe no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, facts. That shit is not even safe to be thinking that's live. That ain't live, bro. I got bitches here. That shit is not live no more, my nigga. I'm just being real. That shit ain't live no more. It's 2020, dog. That shit is not live. That shit is not live, bro. And that's coming from a nigga who stayed in the strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And especially, I'm being smart, especially being black. because the stigma of the black man being out the household is so crazy right now. Like, we need to start building more black households. You know what I'm saying? Because we at a time now where, as blacks, we got way more ways to become millionaires now than ever. On God. Let's keep it real. We got more black millionaires now than ever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say, now is the time to start building black families. You know what I'm saying? Now to start building them legacies, dog, building our roots back up, dog. You know what I'm saying? They kill black men when we date white women. But as soon as a black woman go get a black woman go get a white boy quick and they praise her. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get into none of that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we can never get on the same page with women with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just respect them. You know what I'm saying? And I support them as much as I can. But we gotta find a way as men to be accountable for our own shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take lead and force that happy home. We gotta take lead and find that sister and build with her. We gotta take lead and to changing the mode and to showing young men that having a million hoes ain't what's it. Because I'm telling you, if you go from 10 hoes, if you go from 10 girls to 1 girl, watch how much money you save. Having hoes is not it, bro. That's not it. Find you a woman. Find you one woman, dog. Settle down, build with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. That shit saves you a lot of money, dog. Not only do it save you a lot of money, it saves you more peace. And what the best thing you do, it's the best thing is the right thing to do.
Hold that. Yeah, man, look at it, man. This is a man of the world that think like that. You see, us in here, when we trying to push that, y'all see something wrong with that. This is a man of the world that we should be ashamed. Some of y'all should be ashamed. But guess what? This thing here is going to heal us up. We're going to be all right.
That was good. Thank you for the video, Alicia. We appreciate you. Hey, also give me Sirach 6, 8 through 12, please.
Yes, sir.
Be very mindful. Just like I like that song Gold Digger. Sirach 6 and 8. We're gonna read that.
Sirach chapter 6 and
Start at
verse
7 again. Start at 7.
At verse 7.
Hold on. Before Bishop with the scripture, by the way, he's only talking about before you get married. He's not talking about after you get married. Your father give you something. Sister talking about, oh, can you sign this post-snap? You lost your mind. That's not what he's talking about. I ain't going to marry to no woman, and then we've been together for a year, 2 years, 3 years. You go about. Then you're talking about when your father call you and say, you can have this. I'm talking about, oh, can you sign this so you won't take my stuff? Get out of here. Yo, you crazy or something? That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about prenup. He's not talking about no damn post-snap.
Read that. There's a post-snap, though. There is one.
Sirach chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Now, this is the point, right?
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
So just like some man is a friend for his own occasion, some women are a friend for their own occasion. What you got? What can I get from you? Go ahead.
And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
And they won't abide in the day of thy trouble. Go ahead.
And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
That's that friend that goes on Facebook. Rather than talk to you face to face, they'd rather talk to Facebook and go on Facebook and bring out all your business. Go ahead.
Again, some friend is a companion at the table.
Yeah, while you eating good, now they're your friend. They're your best friend. Go ahead.
And will not continue in the day of thy...
Hold on. Bishop, I just turned to Cap. She wastes $400,000 when she knew she was not going to sign it. That's some evil thing, bro.
Thank you, Deacon Lava. Yes.
That thing hurt me. That thing really hurt me.
That hurt you? Go ahead.
Verse 10. Again, some friend is a friend, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself and will be bold over thy service.
So the same way it's talking about men, it goes for women like that too. Go ahead.
Verse 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee.
Right. You all that money you had, now you ain't got it no more. Go ahead.
And will hide himself from thy face.
And will hide himself from thy face. Now, you did mention postnuptial. There is such a thing as a postnuptial. Now, whether somebody's going to sign it or not, that's another story. Okay. Put that on the screen because I did look it up. I was very curious. No, it should be there. Okay, this says, this is 5 signs you need a postnup. Now, again, like Deacon Malachi said, you've been married already. Now somebody want to come in later on with something. Raise it up. Let me see. Raise it up. Raise it up. Okay, start from there.
Yes, sir. You need a postnup when...
Now, a postnup is after y'all got married already. Good.
One or both of you entered the marriage with buku bucks.
That means you got a lot of money. Good.
Divorce attorneys agree that postnups are must-haves for spouses who either enter the marriage with significant premarital assets or expect to inherit significant future assets.
Now, this is what Malachi was saying. They enter the marriage with significant premarital assets, meaning you already had that. Let's say you might have forgot to get it. You say, you know what? I should get this done. Raise it. Number 2. I want number 2 now.
Number 2, you have children from a previous marriage.
Mm-hmm.
In cases of commingled families, postnups can be predetermined. The share of assets your spouse will receive in the event of a divorce or your death, thus ensuring your offspring will receive the inheritance you want them to pocket. In most cases, without a signed postnuptial agreement spelling out these details, states automatically give the current spouses a share of your estate upon your death. Some state laws dictate division of joint property in cases of divorce as well.
Right, so if you got kids and she got kids and you pass away, the money goes to her and she can choose to give the money to her children opposed to the ones that you bore. That's what that's saying. Go ahead.
Number 3, you own a profitable business. A postnup can also protect income or assets you earn during the marriage. This is crucial for spouses who own their own companies. Without a postnup, an ex-spouse may be entitled to collect a percentage of the business or its earnings.
See, I didn't know that. Go ahead, number 4.
Number 4, you hated the idea of a prenup. Some people believe that negotiating a prenuptial agreement is a pointless and stress-inducing exercise, where the very act of contemplating divorce can doom a marriage from the start. Many couples opt for postnups simply because they don't want awkward discussions about the division of assets before their big happy day. Therefore, these negotiations might proceed more smoothly once the newlyweds have settled down into their marital routine.
Yeah, but they both got to agree on that thing. If they both don't agree, then there ain't nothing getting signed. That's the problem with that. Read.
5, you recently received a large inheritance. If one of you unexpectedly receives a sizable bequest or a gift from a family member, you may want to consider a postnup. Under normal circumstances, new assets become joint assets. Therefore, a postnup can help keep said assets earmarked just for you in case of a marital split.
So that's when you have those thoughts that things is going to go bad. My thing is this: if your mindset is that this is going to fail, why even get married? Don't do it. Okay, I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. What was I going to say about that? Something about you said, Malachi. Oh, postnup. Back on that because that came up recently. I was talking with the deacons and the captains. Listen, if your wife abandons you and you have both of you ain't got nothing, she ain't got nothing, and she abandons you in your poverty, then gets a little something, then says, all right, I just got a house. Maybe I'll come back, but I don't want you to get this house. I want you to sign this. Listen, if you abandon me when I had nothing, chances are you're going to abandon me later on. So me and you can't be together. And you've been gone for a year. I don't know nothing about you no more. You abandoned me. It's we getting this got to end. This is just foolishness. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. If you decide to get suckered, you simple as hell. Give me 1 Corinthians 7 and 10. If you leave me when I ain't got nothing, chances are you're going to leave me again. 1 Corinthians 7 and 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband.
Let not the wife depart from her husband. That's what I was talking about. Be mindful. Y'all get with these women and they abandon you. They leave you when you ain't got nothing. Watch the women. Don't get back with them. I don't care. Lead them where they at. Look at Judges 19. We're just going to get to the point. We're going to read verse 1 and 2, then jump. This is about the women that like to leave their husband. Okay.
Judges chapter 19 and verse 1. And it came to pass in those days when there was no king in Israel, that there was a certain Levite sojourning on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took to him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. And his concubine played the whore against him.
She played the whore against him. Go ahead.
And went away from him unto her father's house to Bethlehem, Judah, and was there 4 whole months.
So she left him. For how long? For 4 whole months. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And her husband arose and went after her to speak friendly unto her.
So he simped. He became a simp. That's what he did. Yeah, he simped. Right? He wasn't talking nice stuff. Oh, come on back, baby. Baby, please. Baby, please. Go ahead.
And to bring her again, having his servant with him, and a couple of asses. And she brought him into her father's house. And when the father of the damsel saw him, he rejoiced to meet him.
I always wanted to meet you. Jump over to verse 22. Y'all can read the whole thing in your own later on. Jump over to 22.
Verse 22. Now, as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, Bring forth the man that came into thine house, that we may know him. And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them.
So there's a group of sodomites. They wanted to rape him. Go ahead.
And said unto them, Nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly. Seeing that this man is come into mine house, do not this folly. Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them I will bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you. But unto this man do not so vile a thing. But the men would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them. And they knew her and abused her all the night until the morning.
So all these dudes sexually abused this woman all night long. What verse you at?
Verse 25.
Go ahead.
And when the day began to spring, they let her go. Then came the woman in the dawning of the day and fell down at the door of the man's house where her Lord was, till it was light. And her Lord rose up in the morning and opened the doors of the house and went out to go his way. And behold, the woman, his concubine, was fallen down at the door of the house, and her hands were upon the threshold.
You gotta imagine this thing. She dropped dead at the door with her hands on the threshold. Died just like that. Go ahead.
Verse 28. And he said unto her, Up, and let us be going. But none answered.
Because she was dead. Go ahead.
But none answered. Then the man took her up upon an ass, and the man rose up and gat him unto his place. And when he was come into his house, he took a knife and laid hold on his concubine and divided her together with her bones into 12 pieces and sent her into all the coasts of Israel. And it was so that all that saw it said, there was no such deed done nor seen from the day that the children of Israel came up out of the land of Egypt unto this day. Consider of it, take advice, and speak your minds.
You see that part? Consider it, take advice, and speak your minds. This woman abandoned her husband, left him for how long? 4 months. Now, how can you really reconcile? You don't know what she's doing, but God brought this judgment. All that whole thing, that whole situation that happened, you got to see the hand of the Lord was behind it. And he brought forth a terrible judgment on her. Everybody's like, wow, that's some stuff right there. Go back to 1 Corinthians 7.
Yes, sir.
And read verse 10 again. We're going to read 10 down.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband, but, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband. And let not the husband put away his wife.
Now let's look at that verse. But and if she depart. But and if she depart. Now, it doesn't say why the first one of the judges left, but it says he went to speak. What does it say?
Friendly.
Friendly to her. That tells me that he spoke rough to her and she left. In your marriages, you're going to argue. And I'm going to tell you this. If your wife leaves over an argument, she's not marriage material. You made a mistake with that one right there. Okay? We argue, so I'm leaving. It says, so this part here in verse 11, but and if she depart. Now, you got to ask her, why? What would make, now watch this. Jump over to the trouble, verse 28. Well, I'm going to show you something. Because you might think she left for argument there, but look at verse 28.
Verse 28, but, and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she have not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you.
Now that trouble in the flesh deals with arguing, whether it's about money or sex, whatever. There's arguments, going into arguments. So when you get to back to verse 11, but and if she depart, we tell you, sisters, the reason for you to depart is you're being physically abused. Everyone can understand that. He's beating the hell out of you. He beat the brakes off you. Get the hell out. He's on drugs. Okay, his mind ain't right. He's schizophrenic. And he kept it secret that he's on medication. Now you find out. He want to kill you. Get the hell out. Everybody understands it. But an argument? Nah, sis, you're getting stupid now. Now, you argue, so you know how many arguments you're going to have in your time to get. Scriptures say that we grow age together. You're going to have many arguments. And if you're going to leave over some BS argument, you should have never got married in the first place. You're not ready yet.
Right.
Okay.
One sister, she get to an agreement with her Lord. She left and went to a hotel room, left that kid with that brother. Yeah. Then she want to justify herself. Or because I was tired, I was mad at him. When you see that type of spirit, that type of behavior, man, that's a behavior. You understand? She once did it before. You understand? She think coming to Christ, she can roll the same way. If I don't like something, I'm going really to bail out. Then God have judgment for that too.
Right. So read verse 11 again.
Yes, sir. Verse 11. 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 11. But, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried.
But and if she depart, remain unmarried. Go ahead.
Or be reconciled to her husband.
Now let's talk about being reconciled. It's very difficult to be reconciled if the woman has departed and moves to another state. How can you reconcile? Put the picture on the of the ceiling. Put the picture of the ceiling. Come on, Alicia, where you at? Yeah, it's a picture of a ceiling. I sent it to Joseph. He did not send it. Oh, my God. The spirit of Abiel is back. Where's Joseph's? No, that ain't it. Yep, that ain't it. He didn't even post it. Wow. Show me the picture of us. Just Google it then. Yeah. Just put a ceiling. Let me see something. Images. Okay, you can click that one. That's fine. Click that one. Yep, just click it. I'm going to show you something. I'm talking about reconciling. I didn't forget the topic. Can you make it larger? Yeah. Put it on the screen. Every time you try to reconcile with this woman, you call her on FaceTime. This is all you see while she's talking to you. That's some BS right there. Where you at? What you doing? This is all she make sure that FaceTime is over there on the ceiling. She's back here doing something, God knows what. That's not, reconciling deals with primarily face-to-face, not face-to-Facebook or face-to-FaceTime. Okay? Meaning y'all got to sit down and talk and discuss. What are you going to say, Ari?
Hey, Bishop, also to add to what you said, sir. Any brother or sister, if a sister's going through a situation or brother's going through a situation in their marriage with a significant other, whoever you're counseling with should not give you counsel or say that distance is what's going to fix your situation. Just going right back to what you said, because her counselor told my wife that yes, it worked. I've seen plenty of relationships work out because they're separated from each other. Like basically, she don't have to go back and have reconciliation with her Lord.
You see that? Bad counsel. So that marriage right there is already doomed. Already doomed. And guess what? Yes, it's going to be, I'm going to tell you something, sisters. Let me tell you something. With brothers, it's different. It will always be different than women. Let me explain something to you, sisters. Brother go through a bad marriage, whatever it is. So he wants to talk to a sister. Sister said, well, has this brother been with any other brother? Yeah, it didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. Women generally understand that. But with brothers, you tell him, well, this sister, she been with that brother over there, it didn't work out. Been with that brother, she was with him for a year. Brothers be like, I'm not getting with her. That's the same brother. It's the creepy brothers that'll be, I don't care, I'll get with her. You old creepy little brothers in here. Who wants seconds? Nobody wants seconds. The hell is this?
Then, like the captain just said, the whole attention, Bishop, is to gain their wife.
Mm-hmm.
Their wife get the husband. Just like, I pulled that in Matthew 18. I say it's the same attention. But if you trying to reason with you inside your house, you have to call somebody else and tell them what happened inside your house. Remember, the scripture say one witness. What do you do with one witness? So the other party who's listened to you have not listened to both parties. They're showing you Satan already in the mix. That's why they're bugged out. You're bugged out your mind. Satan already there. Because guess what? You calling another sister, explain what inside your house. The sister you call and say what's going on in your relationship. She have not called your husband to find out what's the whole thing is about. That alone show you Satan is in the mix. It's one side of the story.
Exactly. Back to 1 Corinthians 7 and 12, please.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 7.
Read verse 11 again, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians 7 and 11. And if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife.
You see that, Paul, or be reconciled to her husband's sister. You got to understand, you're not to come in this truth with your same thoughtish ways. You leave from one man, you don't like him. You jump to another man, you don't like. Now you jump to it. That's not going to happen in Israel. You should leave for 3 years. Let your parachute regather itself. Take a deep breath. Come back 3 years from now. Because you're not right. You're not marriage material, and we don't want no other brother to get messed up with you. Where we at? Verse 12?
Yes, sir. Verse 12.
Go ahead.
Verse 12.
I forgot. Let not the husband put away his wife. Brothers, you're not to come in this truth and then look for reasons to get rid of your wife. That's another thing. That also has occurred once or twice. That's against God. Read.
Verse 12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord.
That means there's no Old Testament law he's basing this on. Read again.
But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away.
Now, that part right there, I want y'all to see that part. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him. I want you to underline that part. And she be pleased to dwell with him. That's where the confusion always comes in. Because you have some black Hebrew Israelites that say, your wife don't believe she could worship the devil or Buddha, and it's okay with God. Really, is that what that's talking about? Let's find out. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 6:14.
Yes, sir. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
The Bible says, don't be unequally yoked with non-believers. Unbelievers. Go ahead.
For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness?
So the Bible already says, don't get married to unbelievers. So now, that should be the mindset. But now, when we go back to 1 Corinthians, Paul is dealing with a situation. You came into the truth and you're already married to this woman. And she says, I don't believe in Christ. I don't believe in keeping the commandments. I don't believe that. That's what's happening today. So read that again, 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 12.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians 7, verse 12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away.
So let me give you an example. Go to Genesis. Go to Genesis chapter 35. Let's read verse 1 and 2. You're going to find out something about our foremothers.
Genesis chapter 35 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And God said unto Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. Then Jacob said unto his household.
Jacob said to his household, that includes his wife Rachel and his wife Leah, because he had two. Go ahead.
Then Jacob said unto his household and to all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments.
So what I want y'all to see, they were worshiping other gods. Jacob had to set that house in order. He knew his wives was dealing with idols. Remember, they stole, Rachel stole, what's his name? Laban's idols. They were idolaters. Jacob was the one that had to set the house in order. And remember, he loved Rachel. And God killed Rachel. She wasn't right. As pretty as she wasn't right. And the Lord killed her after she had Benjamin. Okay? But the point is, he told them, God was dealing with Jacob. Jacob said, put away those strange gods. Wash and change your clothes. Something like that, he says. Is that what he said?
Yes, sir. Change your garments.
Change your garments. Yeah, change your clothes. Garments is clothes. The hell is this? So, now back to 1 Corinthians 7 and 12 again.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him.
And she be pleased to dwell with him. Go ahead.
Let him not put her away.
Let him not put her away. What? So if she's worshiping white Jesus, listen, get that out the house. Get rid of that. Or eating this pork and all that, you got to change that. You got to set things. She, in her mind, you may know she may never really believe. But guess what? She's going to follow what you say because she loves you. Now watch this. I'm going to show you a couple of videos. Give me the video about how to parent. How to parent. Wait, before you get that. Wait a minute. Do I want to read down real quick? Read down real quick. I'm going to show y'all something.
Yes, sir. Verse 13. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not.
Here it comes.
If he be pleased to dwell with her.
If he be pleased to dwell with her. Go ahead.
Let her not leave him.
Don't leave him. The same is vice versa now. He might not believe, but guess what? He says, you know what? I love my wife. I'm not going to have white Jesus on the wall no more. I'm not going to eat pork in here. None of that. I want to keep this family together. Read.
Verse 14.
Now, this is very pivotal.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband.
Here it comes.
Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy.
I want y'all to underline that part right there. Else were your children unclean. Else were your children unclean. For example, you're an Israelite, you teach the commandments, right? Your wife or your husband, I'll say your spouse. Your spouse is in Christianity worshiping white Jesus. And your children see you keep the high holy days, you keep the commandments. But mommy or daddy worships a white image of Jesus, celebrates Christmas and New Year's Eve and all kind of, and the child grows up what? Confused. Because daddy does one thing, mommy does something completely different. That's what it means. Because if you don't set the house in order, that's what it means. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. Why are they holy? Because daddy set the house in order, and although mommy or daddy might not believe, they're following the guidelines to keep the family together according to the scriptures. Everybody understand that?
So, Bishop, I have a question then.
Yes.
Okay, if that's the case, you know how sister who said, oh, because of the kids, that's why I stay with them. That's you heard that many
I've
times.
heard that.
Sister says, because of the kid, that's why I stay with him. But the Bible is clear what he said.
Right.
But that means that she don't believe. She don't believe the word of God.
Right.
I heard that thing before. Sister said, the kids is young, that's the reason. Because down deep inside is not the reason. The reason is you, in your mind, you say, I just got a house. You know what I mean? It's all about covetous. But the Bible is clear about what he said.
Right.
Because the kid's going to be confused. Now the kids you were spending all their money on, now she grow up and go to college, she still follow the white Jesus.
Right.
Then you talking about those for the kids. Sister, you see, you stupid as hell.
Yep. When the marriage gets so toxic, because in the household, you're trying to keep the commandments and your spouse is saying, no, I don't agree with that. And your spouse is adamant. I'm going to eat my pork. I'm going to cook it on, remember we had a brother, the wife cooked beef on one side of the stove, pork on the other, and a Christmas tree in a corner over there. The marriage got so toxic. Watch verse 15.
Verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Let them go. Watch this. Now you might say, but they're content with staying in the house, but there's confusion in the house. Y'all are arguing because of keeping God's laws or not. That's not pleased to dwell, because you're fighting now. Read.
But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God have called us to peace.
The brother or sister is not under the bondage of marriage in such cases. Notice this, but God hath called us to peace. Is there peace in the house if the two of you are constantly arguing about keeping the commandments or not? That's not peace. Peace is, although I don't believe, I love you. Like we read in Genesis 35. Leah and Rachel obeyed what Jacob said. Now it's going to be vice versa too. It might be the woman that says, you know what? I'm keeping these commandments and I want peace in this house. There got to be peace. The husband will say, you know what? Babe, I don't believe like you believe, but I want to keep peace. I love you. I'm take down my white Jesus. I'm not going to bring this pork into the house. In fact, I'm not even smoking weed no more. I'm going to try to keep this marriage together. That's what that's going into. Now watch these videos right here. Watch this. Put it on screen. This is for when you're unequally yoked. Go ahead.
Years of marriage. They plan to raise their 3-month-old son together. However, many experts say the pair's religious differences really could have a huge impact on their co-parenting. Jackson grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and Almana is Muslim. Some say co-parenting could be easier if the pair decided on just one faith to raise the child under. Others say it should be up to the child as they grow older.
Joining us now to talk more about this, to consider, when co-parenting with different religions, is our relationship expert and pastor, Derek Triplett. Derek, good to see you.
Oh, God.
What do you think about that? Should people, switch religions or whatever when they get married and as they're raising kids, or is it okay?
This is very, very tough. There is no easy answer to this question. One of the things you have to look at, especially when
I want you to see how this Christian pastor, let's see if he brings forth any scriptures about the subject of one believes and one don't believe. Go ahead.
Dealing with Middle Eastern religions versus Western religions, it's very, very different. It's very, very difficult. Some people, especially with Western religions, have a very passive approach to their religion. Yeah, I'm Christian, yeah, but we don't really go to church. But when your belief system determines your actual behavior, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, right? Absolutely, because for many people, their religion is their way of life, yes. Right? Okay, so, and this is probably even more common that what we see in the United States is you have one parent who's Jewish and one parent who's Christian, and they celebrate both holidays. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a great idea. It allows the child to be very aware of both religions. It also allows...
You see that? That's confusion right there. These Christian pastors are dumb as a rock. Go on, play.
The child that when he or she is older, they can make a choice.
Wait, stop. You know what we got to start doing? Ask what scripture is that, Pastor? Give us a scripture in verse, Nooka. That's what we got to start doing, because they lie all the time, and people believe their lies.
because he don't have answer for that. You heard his stupidity statement. Let the child take care of that. That's how stupid our people are. Because they don't have the solution, they cannot go to the scripture. Hey, let's do both now. Let the child take care of that down the line. That's a stupid mindset.
Go ahead.
Forming both ways, and that's the critical thing. When you're dealing with Muslim versus Christian or Muslim versus Jewish, that's a total different thing. You're dealing with behaviors, you're dealing with views on women, you're dealing with dress, you're dealing what is conservative and what is not as it relates to women. It's going to be a very, very difficult thing for them. But for Western religions, it's important to just inform,
Stop.
and then the child makes.
He's letting you know Western religion, Christianity, he's talking about, is garbage. You don't have to keep nothing if you are a Christian. You could be a slut from hell, and it's okay with Jesus. That's what he's saying. He says, but the Eastern religions, and in case y'all didn't know, brothers and sisters, the Bible is Eastern. The Bible is not Western, okay? The Bible dictates how to dress, how men should dress, how women should. Christians don't apply nothing the Bible says. That's why it's a filthy, bloody religion. And that's why a lot of women draw to it. I can shake my butt, I can show my breastises and do what I want to do. I'm with that one. And you try to bring them the Bible, sister, cover your breastises, cover your behind. Why? Ew, no, that's not right. That's why a lot of them going to die here in America. Come as you are and stay as you be. Play on.
It's a decision after that.
If you raise in two religions, don't we also instill in a child a sense of tolerance as well? Because, and that seems to be what's lacking in the world, is intolerance towards other religions. And if you say, well, this is what mommy believes, this is what daddy believes, you get to decide as you get older what you believe, all of a sudden, it's okay to think differently than someone else. I can still love this person and yet have a different faith.
It's a great point. Tolerance is so very, very important. I don't think it's the mom and the dad.
All right, stop right there. I got to tell you, that's a lie. That's a lie. You ever have so-called Edomite or white friends at work or wherever, and the moment you tell them you believe Christ is black, that friendship is over. It's kaput. They be like, what? God is black. Jesus, we're Edomites. You're an Israel. They will hate your guts. It has happened with many brothers and sisters. We've seen it. We've experienced it. Play on.
The issue in many cases, it's the extended family. Yep. What does the extended family? This is our beliefs. Why aren't you bringing up my grandson this way? Why aren't you bringing up my granddaughter this way? It is the extended family, which means there's going to have to be some conversations.
Right there. The conversations you got to have with your extended family, meaning either your family or her family, because some family members want to impose their filthy. You ever see these Christians? You got to have the tree. Let them make their own mind up and celebrate Christmas. In one voice you said, let them make up their own mind. And the second sentence was, put a Christmas tree up, let them celebrate Christmas. Well, which one is it? These Christians, and it's these Christians that you're oppressing the children, having them not eat pork. Let that boy eat pork. Let him eat the pork. Simple and wicked as hell. And this is why many times you try to keep the family at a very safe distance so that you can sit down and explain to them, these are our customs, these are what we believe. It's either you respect us or not. Let the family make the decision. Once they say they're not respecting you in that what you say in the Bible, listen, we're just going to say shalom on the phone. But no, you're not coming over here, and I'm not going over there if you can't respect us.
Yeah, a brother called me earlier this week. He have a daughter that go to college, but the daughter was with him. She keeping their commandments. Now she go hanging with their grandmother while she go to college. Now they see a picture of her wearing pants. Their father said, you know the routine here. She said, like she confused. You understand that? To showing you what we trying to show you, what you just said, these people keep them away from you. You understand? Now she don't have no answer why she wearing pants. Like she confused, like the pants just pants. Just that's confusion. The Lord hate confusion. That's why you guys don't understand. That's why you have to keep these people far away from you.
And again, we're talking about family members that don't respect you. Some family members, they're good with you. We're not talking about those family members. So I don't want nobody, they destroy family. No. We're talking about family members that interfere in your marriage, trying to destroy what you're trying to build. Those are the ones who's toxic and dangerous. Everybody understand that? Okay. Play on.
That are layered out throughout the family to say, here's the situation that we're in. My advice to people is, before you get married, talk this through. Don't get in this situation if you absolutely, because it's difficult once you get through.
I'm curious. I just want to follow up on that. Do you think it's generational that older generations maybe are not as tolerant and as the newer generations maybe a little bit more open-minded?
Well, you've got to understand that, one, the older you are, the deeper the roots.
Sure.
So true.
And so it may not simply be a matter of intolerance. It's a matter of my strength and my commitment to this faith may be a lot stronger than someone who's in their 20s.
Right. And sometimes it's the religion that's intolerant, and that makes it challenging too. So.
Absolutely. It's tough. The best thing to do is make sure that in the dating process, you talk through this and understand your core beliefs are not going to change just because you fell in love with somebody.
True.
You have to make sure that they can handle what your core beliefs are.
That's a great point. Derek, how can our viewers find you?
DerekTripper.com.
Okay, stop right there.
WOKB.
So we want to thank Pastor Dumbass for not knowing the Bible, not knowing the scriptures. And there's no discussion. You don't believe in the Bible. There's no reason for us to sit down and try to make a marriage together, because 2 Corinthians 6:14, once again, God has laid it out for you right here.
2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
So what's the discussion about? God says don't do it. Man is telling you sit down and discuss it. No! Sisters, don't sit down with a man that don't believe and want to have a marriage. Brothers, don't sit down with a pretty sister who don't believe and try to have a marriage. It's going to end badly. It has always ended badly. They showed Janet Jackson. Y'all know she got the hell out of Dodge, away from the Arab guy. She Christian, he Muslim. Okay, she ran the hell away from there. She said, I can't deal with this. I can't show my titties. I can't show my behind. I can't shake it. He was like, no, you can't do that. The Bible says, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Give me the next video about Canada. Next video. Canada AM. Yes.
And welcome back. Easter and Passover are two of the holiest celebrations on the calendar. With that in mind, we wondered this. What happens in families that have more than one religion, or where one parent is more religious than the other? Our parenting panel today.
Wait, pause right there. They got 3 people on the panel. I want y'all to listen to who makes sense and who does not. You're going to see some dummies up here on the podium. But listen to see who makes some kind of sense. Play.
Of the Multiple Mayhem Mama newsletter. We love it. Samantha Kemp Jackson is here, plus professor of music at York University, Sundar Viswanathan, and the founder of Parent Tested, Parent Approved, Sharon Venturine. Great to have the 3 of you on today.
Thanks for having us.
Let me start with you, Sharon, if I can. So you are Jewish.
Yes.
Your faith is important to you. You observe some of the dietary restrictions. Your husband, less so.
Less so.
How tricky is that?
So we had an agreement. Before we got married, we had a very frank discussion, and I explained to him how a lot of the holidays I'm much more traditional than he is, and that it was very important to me for our children to be more traditional until they were old enough to decide on their own. So he was very open, honest, and said, listen, I will do it in the home. I will do things that are important to you. Outside of the home, I'm going to choose to do it the way I'm comfortable. So in the Jewish faith, you don't eat pork in the home at all, period. So my husband will choose to eat that, but outside of the home, he won't bring it into the home, and he sets a good example for the kids because he knows how important it is for me.
Stop!
Sundar, you're Hindu.
Stop right there. That right there. No. Notice what she said. It causes, what's the, back it up, something she just said. The end, about confusion. Go back. Come on, man.
Period. So my husband will choose to eat that, but outside of the home, he won't bring it into the home, and he sets a good example for the kids.
He sets a good example for the kids. That's what I wanted to get to. She's saying in the house, and believe it or not, this is what we're reading. Give me 1 Corinthians 7 again. And I want the woman part.
Verse 14.
Verse 13.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 13. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him.
The pleased to dwell means the household is going to be at peace. Whatever you're following in that Bible, I'm going to abide by to keep this family together because I love you. Why? So that he can be a good example to the children. The children see one faith, one understanding. There's no confusion in the home. Everybody understand that? Yes, that's pleased to dwell. That's what it's talking about. Back to the video now.
It's because he knows how important it is for me.
Sundar, you're Hindu. Your wife is Catholic. And you have two daughters.
A son and a daughter.
A son and a daughter.
Yeah.
The older one goes to Catholic school, correct?
That's
right. This has got to be somewhat tricky for you to navigate as well because Easter's coming up.
Yeah. Well, think about the both of us, my wife and I. We're both, we have our different faiths that we were brought up in or that our backgrounds, but we're spiritual in our bent. We're thinking about religion, but I'm open for my daughter to go to Catholic school. The different things that she's talking about in Catholic school, I think there are a lot of fundamentals that connect with Hinduism and with other faiths for that matter. So it's really about, for her, she's only 4, so we're just starting to address these issues. And we went to church on Sunday, Palm Sunday. We all went to church. And, you know, when we talk to her about things, she comes back from school and says, you know, Jesus did this, Jesus, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll say, and then she'll say, oh, who is Jesus and this and that. And then I'll try to explain to her about, you know, how this is one way of looking at the teaching of one person's view of God, or one religion's view of God, but that several religions have different names for God, and we all have the same sort of foundations.
Right.
You know, right now it's fairly simple because they're young.
Sure.
I can't say I have the answers yet for later on.
Right.
But I think to keep it as simple as possible right now and make the kids realize, or at least our older kid, realize that religions are connected. There are a lot of things that connect religions, and that's what's important to me and my wife.
Sure.
So it's more about the teachings than the teacher. More about the message than and how, you know, who is relaying the message. So those are the kind of things we were talking to our daughter about. And there were some things that came up on Sunday. For instance, the word crucifixion and blood came up quite a bit on Sunday. So she was asking some questions and haven't figured out how to broach those exactly yet.
Let's bring in this bit of the conversation as well. So you have a big
he's a
family.
dumbass. I do.
And you consider yourself to be lapsed Christians.
Yes, I'm a
Sometimes you
lapsed
feel a little
Christian.
guilty about this situation. What's it like for you?
I do. I'm culturally Christian. I was raised in the Christian tradition. We went to church on Sundays. I went to Easter. You know, Easter Sunday was a big deal. I'm not really a religious person, but I'm spiritual. I believe in a God, but I'm not, you know, following the religious part of things. But we do celebrate Easter and Christmas and those types of things.
That's your
My
Christian.
husband's not religious at all. So I
Wait,
think it's
stop.
really
Wait, notice what
important.
she said? She said, my husband is not religious at all. She grew up in a Christian church. Notice how she identified herself a lapsed Christian. She joined with that man. He made money, good looking. She said, you know, I'm going to join with him. But she already knew he don't believe in nothing. So now what she grew up learning, she's what she called lapse. She don't do nothing now. She just celebrate Christmas once in a while. Go back to the beginning of her speech, her little spiel, the black woman. She should never let you down when it comes to stupidity. Some of them. Go ahead.
Guilty about this situation. What's it like for you?
I do. I'm culturally Christian. I was raised in the Christian tradition. We went to church on Sundays. I went to Easter. You know, Easter Sunday was a big deal. I'm not really a religious person, but I'm spiritual. I believe in a God, but I'm not, you know, following the religious part of things. But we do celebrate Easter and Christmas and those types of things. My husband's not religious at all. So I think it's really important to teach kids what your background is. But as you said,
Wait, pause. Give me that
showing them
scripture in Proverbs where it says the way of the righteous is more, Proverbs 12,
12
I
and
think.
26.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This, sisters, when you decide to marry, you find this good-looking man, you know he believes in nothing, but you decide you want to join with this man. This is what happened with this sister, and it's going to happen with you sisters if you don't listen. Read.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
That's the brother or sister that's in the scriptures. Following. Go ahead.
But the way of the wicked seduceth them.
But the way of the wicked seduces them. You hook up with a man or woman that believes nothing, or they're lapsed. They're going to, it says they will seduce you. But the way of the wicked seduces them. Go ahead. Was that it?
Yes, sir. That was it. Yes, sir.
All right. So that's what's going to happen. It's not if, ands, or buts. Back to the video.
Commonality between a lot of the different religions. And I think with most religions and most traditions, you realize that there are some things that are similar. So treating people nicely, being empathetic, being kind. I think those are commonalities that we can find from a lot of faiths. So it doesn't matter if it's Judaism, if it's Hinduism, if it's Christianity, there's many commonalities there.
Yeah,
and I think that's important to teach kids.
The basics. And what do you hope for your kids, Sharon? When you think ahead to what they're going to do and how important religion may or may not be in their lives when they get older. What do you say to them?
You know what? I tell them that when they're old enough to make their own decisions, I will give them that freedom.
Okay, go ahead.
Check. Hey, so you was going over these two religions, watching these videos and things like that.
Can you take it off the screen so we can see? Thank you.
Maybe a year or two ago, it was an order put out with leadership, and we know what it is because they was unequally yoked together in the house, right? I'm thinking, meditating on these scriptures you're going over about being unequally yoked with a non-believer, and some of the brothers and sisters, there's a lot of people in IUIC are still yoked together with that non-believer. It just dawned on me about Ezra when he had the vision of Christ giving people the crowns. And Ezra asked, who are these that receive these crowns? And the angel asked him. And then Ezra said, he said, I commended them that stood so stiffly for the name of God, the word of God. So I'm thinking to myself, if you are yoked together with a non-believer, what are you standing stiffly for? It's two different religions in the house. How are you standing up and defending Christ's name? That's something to examine yourself. If you yoke with a non-believer now, don't expect to get that crown that Ezra seen with that number that the Lord, his number had been filled. You ain't gonna be one of them because you're not standing stiffly. You're just, you're a, what was that lady said? The Christian, what'd she say? A lapsed Israelite. That's what you are.
Delvin, think about it, Cap. In a house like that, a brother or sister will tell you that the reason that they're dealing with that type of environment is because for kids or because whatever there may be. At the end of the day, you have to make up your mind who you stand for, what you stand for. Because guess what? If Christ appeared today, then what you gonna say? Every day, that's what I don't understand. Every day your faith is being tried with a wicked man. Every day your faith being tried with a wicked woman. When you gonna realize something wrong with you? You are an unbeliever yourself. But you are, I'm trying to keep that commitment. I got my little fringes. No, you are an unbeliever yourself. Because every day your faith being tried inside that house. You keep failing, keep on failing, but you justify yourself, say, you know what, I'm of Christ. That's how snake the devil is.
And the only, I don't know if loophole is the right word, but the only loophole that the scriptures give you is if that person is what? Pleased to dwell with you, meaning what? They're going to be that example in the house. Let's read that again. 1 Corinthians 7:12 down.
Yes, sir.
That's the only, is there another word? I don't know if loophole is the right word. Or just, that's the only justification. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 12 and 7 verse 12. You started verse 12? Yeah. Verse 12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And the woman which have a husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him.
Meaning the unbelieving spouse going to be that example in the home. You want to celebrate Hanukkah? I'm going to celebrate Hanukkah. Babe, you know I really don't believe this, but I'm going to do it because I love you. You don't eat pork? Okay, I'm not going to eat pork. I'm not even going to buy it no more. Give me another example. If it's the woman, you don't want me wearing pants, I'm going to get rid of all these pants. I'm going to put on a skirt. No biggie. Okay, I'm going to wear a bra and panties too. Because she's nasty. She didn't used to do them things. Go ahead, read.
Verse 14. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife. The unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband.
Why? Why are they sanctified? Because given time, that unbeliever could start going, you know what? There's something to this. I see what you've been saying all this time. Here's the proof. Give me 1 Peter 3:1. Here's the proof, the evidence to explain. Write this down. 1 Corinthians 7:13 goes with 1 Peter 3:1.
Yes, sir.
Going to explain to please to dwell. Watch this.
Yes, sir. First Peter chapter 3, verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word.
If any of your husbands don't obey the word, they don't believe. Read.
They also may without the word be.
They also may, although they don't know the word,
be won by the conversation of the wise.
You see that part right there? Be won by the conversation of the wise. The key is be won. You win them over. That's what Paul is saying in 1 Corinthians 7. It's the same thing. Go ahead.
Verse 2. While they behold your chaste conversation.
While they behold your chaste conversation, meaning your conversation which is scriptural. Go ahead.
Chaste conversation coupled with fear.
Coupled with fear means he's watching you, observing you. Keep not just talk the commandments. You are living it, sister. You are living it. You don't talk the way you used to talk. In fact, you don't dress the way you used to dress. He says, this woman done did a whole 180 on me. She has changed. And guess what? She ain't that rabble-rouser she used to be, always giving me hell. She's quiet now. That's what, man, I got me a queen up in here. That man will say, you know what? There's something to that. Didn't we just read it in Romans that you may prove? What is that? I can't quote. Y'all know I can't quote.
Yes, sir. Good, acceptable, perfect will of God.
Yes, you good right there. That's saying the same thing. Let's go back to 1 Corinthians 7.
Yes, sir. Read verse 14 again, Bishop?
Yes, please.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 14. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean.
Meaning, if you don't do it that way, both of you being an example in the home, doing what the scriptures say, although one don't believe, your children will be unclean. Meaning, they will be mentally and spiritually confused. That's what it's saying. Go ahead.
But now are they holy.
But now are they holy.
But if the unbelieving depart.
But now it's so toxic because you keep fighting about God's laws. It's so toxic. The unbeliever says what? Read it again.
But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God have called us to peace.
Now let me explain that verse right there. Y'all know what it means, but let me get a little more detailed with it. Just want to get a little more detailed with it. There have been situations where the unbelieving in the house says, I don't believe, I'm going to eat my pork, I'm going to dress how I want to dress, I'm not doing nothing the Bible says. But I'm going to stay here. I'm pleased. I'm going to stay here with you. And makes the believer's life a living hell. Brings pork into the house, brings cigarettes, weed into the house, and the house is total chaos. I want you to see something. It says, but if the unbelieving depart, let them depart. You're thinking that, okay, some cases the unbelieving just might walk out. But as we keep reading, watch. A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases, meaning bondage of marriage. Here it comes. But God hath called us to peace. Why is it saying that? Because you will get some spouses who will not leave the house. They will sit there at their behinds right there and make your life a living hell. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Let them, that got to end. It says, but God has called us to peace. He didn't call us into this truth to be fighting from sun up to sundown. We just fighting. He want to have sex on the menstrual. You telling the man not to have sex with you on your menstrual. He don't want to hear it. Babe, that's how we got together. You're showing him the law. He don't want to hear it. Now he's forcing you. What are you going to do, sister? What are you going to do now? You have to make a decision.
She's going to go in Jeremiah. She's going to trim her way to be loved. She go, okay, don't do it down. I do it up. Don't do it down, I do it up. Because she's planning to justify her wickedness.
Exactly. Read on.
Verse 16. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband?
You know why it's saying that? Because you believing sisters, if your husband don't believe, but he's pleased to dwell with you, he's going to be that good example, and he's watching you and listening to you, he might change. That's what it means when it says, for what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband. There's a chance with him living the right example because of you, he might really amend and change his life and repent. That's what Paul is saying. Go ahead.
Or how knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife?
Now it's the vice versa. Now, because she was pleased to dwell with you, she's wearing a skirt, she covers her head when you go over scriptures with her, or you know she don't believe. But in time, she may say, you know what, babe, you really changed. You don't smoke weed no more. You don't even curse me out the way you used to curse me out. There's something to that Bible. You know what? I want to change my life too. And now she repents. That's what Paul is saying there. Read.
Verse 17. But as God have distributed to every man, as the Lord have called every one, so let him walk. And so ordain I in all churches.
Mm-hmm.
Is any man called being circumcised? Let him not become uncircumcised.
Talking about in the mind, in the spirit. You can't become uncircumcised in your rod. It's talking about in your mind. Don't give up. You came in the truth. You were keeping. You followed the Lord's circumcision. Those were the Jews at the time. Okay. Paul says to those Jews that came in circumcised, keeping every bit of the Levitical law, he says, don't become uncircumcised. Don't stop doing what you're doing because you grew up like that. Read.
Let him not become uncircumcised. Is any called in uncircumcision?
Those were the Gentile Israelites. Go ahead.
Let him not be circumcised.
Don't follow animal sacrifices. You're in Christ. Just follow it. You don't got to do what our brethren the Jews are doing with sacrifice here, sacrifice there. You're in Christ now. That's what was going on at the time. Go ahead.
Verse 19. Circumcision is nothing.
Circumcision is nothing.
And uncircumcision is nothing.
Jew and Gentile Israelite, none of that's anything
but the keeping of the commandments of God.
All the Lord's looking for is us keeping the commandments, whether you were a Jew raised in the law of Moses or Gentile Israelites. Okay, keep the commandments. That's the bottom line. Read.
Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called.
Right, so if you was called following the law of Moses, the Levitical law, as a Jew, keep that. Don't change. If you was brought up, you was a Gentile, you didn't know nothing, now you're learning about Christ, keep that. Read.
Verse 21. Art thou called being a servant? Care not for it. But if thou mayest be made free, use it rather.
Right, because some of us came in this truth. We were servants. Like it says in was it Exodus, is it 23 about a Hebrew servant? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Is it 23?
21.
21, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Read.
Verse 22. For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's free man. Likewise also he that is called being free is Christ's servant.
Read.
Ye are bought with a price. Be not ye the servants of men.
Right. Read.
Brethren.
Christ gave his life for us. He paid for us. Go ahead. With his sacrifice. Read.
Brethren, let every man wherein he is called, therein abide with God. Now concerning virgins, I have no commandment of the Lord. Yet I give my judgment as one that have obtained mercy of the Lord to be faithful.
Virgin meaning young girl of marriageable age, has not had sex. Go ahead.
I suppose, therefore, that this is good for the present distress. I say that it is good for a man so to be. Mm-hmm. Art thou bound unto a wife?
Are you married when you come into this truth?
Seek not to be loose.
Don't look for reasons to leave your spouse. That's what Paul is saying. Go ahead.
Art thou loose from a wife?
Did you come in this truth single? You were loose from you already had your divorce. Now you come in this truth, you're single. Go ahead.
Seek not a wife.
Don't be chasing after. Don't let that be your priority. Go ahead.
And if thou marry.
But he says, if you do decide to marry,
thou hast not sinned.
You have not broken no commandment.
And if a virgin marry.
And if a young girl marries.
She have not sinned.
She's not sinned either.
Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh.
You're going to have fights. You're going to have problems in your marriage. It always happens. Go ahead.
But I spare you.
Meaning I'm just warning you. Go ahead.
But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none.
Meaning put the Lord first. Do not put your wife first, you simp. That's what he's saying. Put God first in your life, not a woman. All right, read.
Verse 30.
What time is it?
And they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoiced not, and they that buy as though they possess not.
Read.
And they that use this world as not abusing it.
So that part right, and they that use this world is not abusing it. I just want to segue with that. If you come into this truth and you are on Section 8, you're on welfare, that's fine. But the Bible says, use this world as not abusing it. Don't make that your life mission to be a welfare queen or king or a Section 8 brother or sister. Start to upgrade and improve and transform your life. Become an entrepreneur, okay? Get a business or get a job, whichever you prefer. Use this world, but don't abuse it. Go ahead.
For the fashion of this world passeth away.
Read.
But I would have you without carefulness.
I want you to be without worry. Go ahead.
He that is unmarried careth for the things that belongeth to the Lord, how he may please the Lord.
That's why through the whole chapter, Paul was saying, I wish you could be like me. Don't have a wife. Don't be married, so that you can dedicate your life 100% to the Lord. Go ahead.
But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world.
He said, but if you're married, you have to care for the things of the world. Go ahead.
How he may please his wife.
How he may please his wife. That's the stipulation in marriage. Yes, you love the Lord of heaven and earth, but you also got to divide your attention with your spouse. How to please your wife. Go ahead.
Verse 34. There is difference also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman careth for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy, both in body and in spirit. But she that is married careth for the things of the world, how she may please her husband.
Now it says, now that married sister, she also got to do the things of the world, how to please her husband. You heard that? You research, sisters. Do the things of the world, how you may please your husband. Get the jelly. Whoa! Bring the bed. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Verse 35. And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is common.
But for that which is beautiful. Go ahead.
And that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction.
See what Paul said? I want you to attend unto the Lord without distraction. If you're married, you will have a distraction because you got to divide your time. But remember what he said, let him that is married, how does it go? Time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they have none. He said, keep that in mind. Let God be your focus. Go ahead.
Verse 36. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely towards his virgin.
Because many times brothers were engaged, or the word is betrothed to virgins that they didn't deal with for a while. Go ahead.
If she passed the flower of her age.
Meaning she's gone into menopause. She has passed the flower of her age. Because back then, betrothal meant just that. She could not run out. You taking too long to marry me. And now she goes to get somebody else. That was not during the Bible times. She was betrothed to you. She's yours. Go ahead. Read it again.
Yes, sir. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely towards his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not. Let them marry.
Right, let them marry. Consummate the marriage. That's what he's saying. She's older now. She's past the flower of her age, meaning the flower of her youth. She's in the menopause stage. Marry her. Consummate the marriage now. What you waiting for? Go ahead.
Verse 37. Nevertheless, he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity.
Having no necessity, meaning what? Verse 9 again. Read verse 9.
Verse 9. But if they cannot contain, let them marry. For it is better to marry than to burn.
Now verse 37 again.
Verse 37. Nevertheless, he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity.
He's not burning sexually. Go ahead.
But have power over his own will.
He's disciplined in his own mind. Go ahead.
And have so decreed in his heart that he will keep his virgin, doeth well.
He said, oh, no, I'm not going to consummate it. I'm just going to keep her around. Go ahead.
38. So then he that giveth her in marriage doeth well. But he that giveth her not in marriage doeth better.
Because there's no distraction. Go ahead.
The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord.
Meaning the widow, she has to only marry somebody in the truth. Go ahead.
But she is happier if she so bide after my judgment.
Meaning stay single. Go ahead.
And I think also that I have the Spirit of God.
So with that, brothers and sisters, we say shalom. All praises.
All praise to Mosai. We want to thank, we got a couple of brothers come down to support. Thank you, brothers. Got Officer Galileo. Thank you, all you brothers. I see Mississippi here, Jacksonville here, Alabama is here. What else we got over there? That's it? Huh? And then I got Memphis, Captain Yedan, Captain Yedan, Captain Yedan, Captain Maritais, Captain Osi, Captain Zakar. Oh, what else we got over there? Who got over there? Oh, I always forget Tazawan. I always forget his name because he barely come out. Tazawan. And of course, Deacon Laba. Hey, that was a good class, Bishop. Give Bishop another hand. This is the Mossad. Oh, praise Cap. Anything else? Yes, drop there. No. All right, Israel, we love you. That's it.
Brothers and sisters, also continue to keep your prayers up for those that are sick amongst us in the body. Also keep your prayers up for the house of Captain Zephaniah. All right? Sister Amina.
All right.
Hold on, I got one announcement.
You got one announcement? Go ahead.
So I know a lot of us have discovered Clubhouse. If you have an iPhone, want to make sure, Israel, we never read the actual rules and regulations of Clubhouse. So it's a new app. When you actually read the guidelines, there's certain things that you can't do. I'm not going to throw anybody's names out, but apparently they were live streaming and pay-per-viewing for those that don't have an iPhone. That's actually against the rules.
No, that was Deacon Abiel. You ain't calling no name. I'm going to call you.
So I'm just going to read the rules real quick. These are the community guidelines because we don't want y'all to get kicked out. It says you may not transcribe, record, or otherwise reproduce or share information obtained in the Clubhouse without prior permission. So when y'all in our groups, when we run the groups, that's fine. But other groups, if you screenshot stuff and put it out there, you're liable for them to report you, so on and so forth. So just make sure we following in accordance, in Lord's will. We bring a lot of souls in through that thing.
And just to add to that, I hope you all heard epic thrashing on Clubhouse last night by the bishop and the deacons. It was epic. So for those of you who bootlegged it, have the copy when someone's walking past the screen in your video, when you bootleg a movie? Yeah, some of y'all got that version. Somebody walked past it. But for those of you who were in there, listen, camp was in Clubhouse last night. That was camp. So let's give the Lord a round of applause for another avenue for this truth going out, man.
Check. And we even had the sister was in there, man, doing their thing up in there. That's good stuff.
Just wanted to mention this too real quick with that the Clubhouse app. Don't go in there and shame the ministry. Right. Some of you brothers that are working your way through the ranks to get to be able to teach on the street, do not substitute Clubhouse for you not being able to go on the streets now, passing the MOV, and you on there shaming everything that we trying to build and bringing our people in, and you letting these damn upgrade Christians confound you, and now we got to go back and clean up your mess. Wait, if the scriptures talk about when it comes to teaching, wait on your ministry. Let the bishops, deacons, and captains, and whoever they choose to represent as far as IUIC, because they know who we are. Our speech bewrayeth us. But whoever they choose, you fall in line with that and let them handle that.
Elisha, you got anything?
Oh, also, during class, don't let Clubhouse become a stumbling block to your spirit, and you secretly got Clubhouse in one damn earphone and you listen to Bishop on the other one. That's out of order. Yeah, and you sisters that are on there, you know, we got a group that's called Biblical Smoke right now. You know, you can hop on there when you see us going on there, and you can possibly, if you get called up, you can, you know, have your 2-3 minutes or whatever we give you to speak on behalf of whatever the topic is. So don't be afraid. It's called Biblical Smoke.
Right. Praise the sisters that have studied. You can tell the sisters that study when they open their mouth. Oh, that sister right there study. If you know you ain't studied, sister, please shh. Just listen.
All right. Not anything else? All right, Israel. With that, we love you. We say shalom. We see you tomorrow, Lord willing. Sabbath. Happy Sabbath, Israel. Happy Sabbath.
Yeah, man. Don't forget, tomorrow at 12, I'll be tuning in. Tomorrow at 12, right? Tomorrow at 12.